Good.
Oh! Feet.
Good.
Oh, feet.
Good.
Oh, hands.
Oh!
Two knees to check.
Down.
Hands. Good. Feet. Very good. Hands. Ah! Yeah. 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 Come on, Shaq.
No.
Come on, Shaq. Last time through.
Ray,
Feet.
this man.
Good. No,
Wait,
good.
wait
No.
for
Hands.
Shaq.
Good.
Oh, wait for Shaq.
Shaq, back you go. Back you go. Ready. Feet. No.
Move again. That's it. That's good. Move again. That's it. To the orange. Mannequin, run. Nice, and back out again. That's it. Don't get no traffic. We have ball in here. Ready? You have me? Yeah. So we inside here, so let's start. Come back again. And go. That's it. Continue find the station and go. That's it. Loving it. Well done, Bob. Good. That's it. Move round. That's it. Stop. Yeah. 10. Stop. Yeah. Remember. And move round again. Hold it. So we start from down.
Close to money.
Again. Roll the 6. Then we raise the tempo a little bit. In terms of the movement, back out again. That's it. Don't get no traffic. We have ball in here. Well done, lads.
Let's go.
Get up. Right now. Last one, Bob. We're just getting out now. All the way up.
It's Leon Bailey, and Bailey scores! Balls back home.
To hidden. Here's Reed. Reggae Boy starting to pick up the tempo. Slide tackle by Charles. And the shot in the back of the net. It's Warner Brown. And the Reggae Boys draw first blood.
Welcome back to Unseen Sports TV. I hope you guys are doing well and you are doing okay. This is the Breakfast Morning Show. Like, subscribe, and share to the content. And the topic today is Steve McClaren shows bravery, but is he the right man for the job? Renaldo Chepas and Warner Brown impresses people. Like, subscribe, and share to the content. Our guest is coming on soon, and he's going to, bring a different twist to all what is going on in the Jamaica football team. He's going to share his pointers coming on in a few people. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. We want to have as much persons on the platform as possible so that we can dissect what's going on in the football. Remember that everybody's opinion is accepted right here. We discuss it. If it's factual, we'll continue. If it's not, then we just brush past it. But you can mention your opinion anytime you're on Sports TV. We see sports from a different angle. Remember to like, share, subscribe when you come onto the platform. And also, if you want to donate to the channel with a super sticker or a super chat, we'll accept it. You understand me? Anybody who want to be a part of the platform, you want to contribute differently, you can, my number 3414262. You can link me up. You want to be a part of the platform. You want to help with the growth. Yes, so remember, this platform is for you guys to be filled with information, and that is the key. That's my job. I'm at work right now, and I'm trying to, entertain the people of football, lovers of football, and sports fanatics as well, because I did a track and field video last night, and it was a bombshell. Top video. You understand, people? Enough love and respect goes to everyone. But before we go into anything, people, we like to bring God in everything. You understand? Yeah, man. We're supposed to bring God in everything. Bring God in everything. Give me a second, people. Give me a second, people. Let's just start out something quick and fast. Don't worry. Okay. Give me a second, people. Trying to get something sorted out quick and fast, and then we'll go back right to the video. All right, who are coming there now? Big up yourself. IT push. Where the player ratings for the both strikers on Sofa Score? It's not on Sofa Score. It's not on Sofa Score. It's not on Sofa Score. Not on Sofa Score. You can't find it on Sofa Score. IT push. Can't find it. No, you're talking. Can't find it on Sofa Score. So people coming onto the platform, remember to like, subscribe, and good morning.
You have reached the voicemail box.
Trying to get somebody on the phone quickly so I can, Yeah, we can't. But
You
there.
have reached the voicemail box of 1876.
When I get kneeling, I don't want to. I don't want cause problem. When
You know what? That's why I ask you.
yeah. I did not found it. I create my own score for the coach. I create my own score for the coach. Coach is not that guy. Coach is the coach is not that guy. Nothing to say. All right. So people, me there wait for the guest to come on. I'm gonna show him up and thing. So we're trying to get the guest to come on, so waiting on him. You understand me? Let me see if I can call him to get him onto the platform.
Yeah,
You ready?
yeah, man.
All right, jump on, no? Jump on. We're sending a link,
All right.
Yeah. So people, he's going to come on in a few. All right. So coach is not that guy. Coach should finalize it. Coach should finalize the core of the team. All right. So here we go on. I like put things in a context and things first. So we're gonna go. I want to go with the players there. I want to touch the coach and last. You understand me? What I've seen from the players is their body language to this game. Right? Continue.
Now hear a word there, Watch. Fix up a mic.
That's something that always happens to me. True,
I hear no.
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to Unseen Sports TV. What says you?
Yeah. It's a beautiful morning. Thank you for having us. The game. I know when I get to jump online and really have a conversation about the game at Savannah Park. I you know, First thing first, I'm very disappointed in, we as a nation, like the Caribbean, we sell out all the rights to USA for the CONCACAF games, and, at just few sites it's available upon. And you can't even get to watch it on those sites. To watch one game, you have to pay 39.99. I mean, it's ridiculous. JFF need to step up, man. Can't watch a home game and we have to pay so much to watch it. Ridiculous, ridiculous.
Yes, yes, Ted. Some look at some catch me there work sometimes, some look at thing on sports day week.
Yeah, we
People
understand,
and
we
anything.
understand.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so we never hear exactly what I said for the last part, so you can the last part I'm getting.
Yeah, I was saying that I think, what the JFF did, and I don't think it's just the JFF, I think it's CONCACAF, where they sell out all the rights for the CONCACAF games to the US companies, where they're the sole distributors of the CONCACAF games. You have to pay so much money to watch one game, and even when you do pay to get the Disney Plus or the ESPN 2, it doesn't show the match sometimes. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So you go on the site, you get the subscription, you go there, it doesn't show the match. You buy the subscription from the JFF site to watch the game, and my God, the quality, brother.
But the
My
YouTube, the
God.
YouTube, the YouTube did free. You could have go on the YouTube.
I tried on the YouTube, it wasn't working.
You know, the VPN.
I tried that as well. It keep on
Which
removing it,
which
so I
VPN
couldn't
I
get it.
use? I was using Super VPN Unlimited Proxy.
I'm still which one I was using. um, where is this up? It's crazy.
Which one did I use?
VPN. Let me type that in V. I was using the one called, that's the same one, Super VPN Unlimited Proxy.
I need to jump off. I which
Yeah,
country you put it back?
that's what I was gonna ask you. The ones that I see available, I use
No, you have to use one of them outside of the CONCACAF.
Brazil. I think I use Brazil.
No, you can't use Brazil. You have to use European, sorry. Some European country.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Germany and them places.
Okay, I
And
did.
then
I
you're
didn't
good
know
to
that.
go.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But all right,
You
good
never
to
know.
know. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
that's
I wasn't
definitely.
there.
That's
So
definitely.
because of that, now I tried to get it on the ESPN Plus, and Father God, that was like pulling teeth.
All right, so we could go straight to the game now. What do you think about the game?
Definitely.
Oh, the players. We could start with the players then. What do you think the difference with the players them this time around in the game?
I
How them
think
look?
that's it. What says me? I looked at as I said, I never get to watch all of the games. So I just watch a lot of, a quick recap of what I've seen, and I like the hunger of the local players. I really like the hunger, the hard work that they put out. You know, should have gotten a little bit more goals from them. I think Warner Brown should have came out with at least a hat trick. Um, I think Bailey should have gotten one as well. I think Sifa should have gotten at least two.
Mhm.
Um, so we scored 3 goals. We created a lot of chances, but I think our system of play still needs a lot of work.
It's
You know.
lethargic, see me. Still lethargic.
Yeah. I
It's
just
more
think
of
that Saint
individual.
Vincent.
It's more of individual brilliance that out there defending,
Yeah.
not a
I still
team play. You
I agree
understand?
with you. I still think Saint Vincent was just very poor. They were very poor. So
But to be fair though, you have to put it in context. He did what he's supposed to do in terms of changes. Starting Cephas in that game. So let's put it in context. We're gonna still say that we still need improvement, but we have to say that it's bravery in terms of, because remember these English coaches, and you said it before in a show, these English coaches they play with their trust. They play with it, no matter what it look on the field, they're gonna play with them trust them. Because Look at it. He played a right back in a left back position, and he had a left back on the bench.
True.
So him play him choice. Not saying that Latibody played bad, and I think he played well in my opinion. But him still have to put him right on him, put the ball on him right foot. Take it
Yeah,
off
but
and
when you,
come on.
I think that the objective for Lati Body was to give them a lot of defensive solidity because I don't think his intention was for Lati Body to overlap. You know, it was for him to
Right, but
sit.
Latibody was overlapping.
Don't because that's what I'm saying because Saint Vincent was very poor.
Latibody
I
was
really
overlapping. But we're looking. Let us look at so people will say that. All right, let us look at a better team then. If it's like this, what will he do? Will he still start Latibody and keep the right and not left footer on the bench, who is of good quality as well?
no. I think he's just looking at his options to see if Lati Body can fill a spot because we have been having a lot. I don't know if you realize, but the left back situation, our left backs have been injured a lot. They have not been able to play a good run of consistent games. I don't know if you realize that.
Yes, I
So
realize.
yeah, that's a position that we've been having issues of having players fit consistently. So I guess he's just trying to look into it to see if when that time comes, he can depend on Latibody here to see out a game or fill in a position for a specific match. But I just focus on one area. I think over the years we have been creating chances. But I think that one of the things that about football we have to understand is that we have to be able to demonstrate high level of active resistance. When we have possession of the ball, how we utilize it, how we spread it, how we get person involved, how we ensure say we move the ball with meaning, with purpose, not just lick it left to right. You get where I come from, but we have an idea. The off the ball movements. There was little to no off the ball movements between Gray and Bailey. Bailey just stood out wide, go and pick up the ball with it in the box of our post. That was just basically his objective. I didn't see anything else
Yeah.
apart
There,
from that. Same thing with
there's
Gray. So as I said, when you're playing against a good team, defending that is going to be easy. And that's what I've always been saying. Like, it's not like these players are not good players. But once they're playing for Jamaica, it's like what they're doing is just fixed. It's just fixed. There's
yes.
nothing. There's no dynamic to our play. And I looked at that and I'm like, that is why I said I keep saying Saint Vincent's was so poor because we weren't doing nothing extremely special.
Yes,
If
that's
they
the
had
issue. That's
if
the
they
issue
had
of with
defend us like the way they did in Saint Vincent, we wouldn't create any chance. We wouldn't create as much chance because,
no,
as I
but
said,
since Vincent we created a chance as well, just didn't score. Remember.
we could say that
So
as
it's
well.
not like
But
their defense, not like their defense stopped us from creating chance. We just did not score. Today we score, but we could have scored more. People may say cleaner goals, but goal is goal.
goal.
Goal are goal. You understand me? Lati has played left back, left centre back for his club. So I guess that's why he play left back. But the right and now left back is on the bench. Christopher Ainsworth to me, I think is a better left back than Latibody here. You understand? But he is a good Latibody as a player. He played well. You understand me? Latibody is a better right back than a lot of these players when we see a play right back. Right or wrong?
I would agree with you,
Yeah?
but you have to understand that. I would agree with you, but you have to also understand that he had given one player and oh yes, just so to reiterate, I went and I looked at. I finally, after hours of searching, and I finally get to look at a more extensive, what you would say, at the first game, and I watched something. What's his name again? Our boy from Mount Pleasant. What's it? The midfielder, man. Ah, God. What's his name? His name is right on there. I just can't call it this guy. The midfielder from Mount Pleasant. What's his name again? Fuck.
Midfielder Anglin.
Not Anglin. The one that's
Sula
playing deep.
Magala.
Sule. Yeah, I watched it. I went back and I watched it. Sule
You're
was
going
alright.
low though. You're going so low.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Let me.
All right, people. You're right. Christopher Ainsworth is better at left back, yes. Sule Maka. Rich Paul, big up yourself, Rich Paul. A long time I hear from Rich Paul Sports now. It's like the man migrate from YouTube, brother. The man migrate. The man bill him shots, the man him just migrate from YouTube a long time. Hey Rich Paul, come on the stream if I can come on the stream. I'll put the link in the comment section. Invite guests. I'm bridging the Eddie Gona. Jump on if I can jump on Eddie Gona. You know the thing already, Eddie. Eddie, you are most Eddie. Eddie, jump on if I can jump on. You see that?
Yeah, you hear me now, Auntie?
Yeah.
Definitely. So I was saying that I went back and because I wanted, I never wanted to judge the guy unfairly. I wanted to get some more accurate information. And I went back and I saw a little bit more of the game. Based on what I saw, he wasn't good.
He wasn't good in the
He
game?
was not. No, he was poor.
He was poor?
He was poor.
How many?
All
Right, so
he gave away a lot of ball. He did make a lot of big passes. I don't think he covered that backline well enough, one. And I see him come for the ball a lot and they didn't give it to him. But you have to understand that how it works when you're playing with a new player is like they give you the ball to see what happens. If you lose that ball a few times, they're going to be hesitant the next couple of times. You know that, right?
well, that's how Jamaica play right through. So I don't know.
So at the end of the day,
Even when Ravel Morris there, they don't want to Ravel the ball. Ravel have to go deep field. Yeah.
Ravel used to lose. Hey, well. Unfortunately, that's what I saw. About him. I don't think it was his best game. Because I don't think it was his best game because I've seen him play much better games and that. I've seen him have greater impacts in games and that. So, I genuinely don't think it was one of his best performances, honestly.
Oh, so you think Sule Maka didn't play well?
I don't think he played well. I don't think he played well, and I think it's not just me because as you could see, he wasn't, featured again. So
all right, let me say something. Let me want to say something because somebody said this. Where did Cephas impress? Is it because him score? You're laying for that. Wait, this is
no. I think Cephas was a constant threat because he was getting in behind, even though he wasn't scoring. Dealing with him was an handful. And when you have a player that creates that amount of problem for defenders, it also makes it easier for other players to operate. You understand? So
right.
I do think that Cephas do need some work on the finishing and the decision making, but he was overall a handful to deal with for those defenders. So that alone in itself kept them on their toe. So sometimes when he picks up the ball, other players are able to get in certain position because guess what? They're so worried about what he's going to do.
All right. So this is what Cephas needs to work on. And I think the instruction from the coaches said to him that go direct. Once you're space, take on the player, and so on. But I think he's supposed to mix up in game where if there's no space, try to play a combination with Demara Gray. But then two very similar players in terms of selfish. Me don't know. The two of them selfish, brother. So a problem. You understand me? And no, I tell you the truth, I prefer when Cephas to pick up the ball and run at people more than Demara Gray, because Demara Gray not know with it. You understand me? It's
gonna be tough. Look, it's gonna be tough for Cephas. I'm gonna tell you why, and I understand why he has to be selfish. Demara Gray might go on 2-3 games, don't score, don't assist, still the first name on the team sheet. Cephas might go a run of 3 games, 2 goal and assist, but poor in a farm in 1 game on the bench. Still not getting consistent playtime nor start. So once you get that opportunity, you're gonna want to just keep going. So I understand how a player like him might want to be selfish or want to be in a specific play a specific way, because at the end of the day he knows that look, I'm just not gonna be given that starting position. I'm not that first favored person, because it's obvious that our coach don't pick on current form, he picks on who he likes. And once the footballer will remain that way, I don't think we're gonna do very well.
That's the issue. That's a big baller syndrome thing.
And it's not just him, it's because I was watching
America play. And when they lost the game, USA did not pick players who I think were informed. There are players who should be in the team, and they weren't. And I guess, hey, Pochettino, they already say he's a big coach, but I think he blundered there. I think after the team locked down Christian Pulisic, they literally roughed him out of the game. You should have pulled him or changed his positioning. He didn't do that. He left him in the same place. So sometimes coaches who don't adapt quickly in games end up losing games.
Let me ask you a question, Ted. As a coach, all right, say you're coaching, say Jamaica. All right, let's use a different country. You're coaching Cuba, right? And you're playing Jamaica in a big game. Um, what's the first thing that you will do as a coach to get your team ready? Your same time period you have the domestic league playing here, you have players outside of the country that you will bring in as well. Um, how would you approach, in terms of preparation to go into the game? What would you do?
Look, before we even jump on that, I always say that 50% of a coach's job is made easier when the selection panel is right. Once you select the right players, I think 50% of a coach's job is easy. As it
Mhm.
relates to the first thing you do, it all depends on the system that you want to play. And to tell you the honest truth, I really don't know what McClaren is trying to do. I
No,
don't
I
know if
want to, I
you.
want to, I want to know what you would do. As I create the scenario, I want to know as a coach what you would do, not McClaren. Take McClaren out there.
Mm. So you're saying that, once I gathered my players, what's the
Yes.
first training session I would have?
Yeah, but no, before even the training session, what are some of the things that you put in place with your coaching staff and so on? So
Oh,
then you go on the training pitch.
first we have to meet. Well, it's subjective because you want to ensure that each member of your staff understand their role and responsibility and what we're expected to do. You want
Yes.
to ensure that the players, you want to meet with the players and have a conversation to outline to them what we're expecting for this campaign, short period of time, what we
Mm-hmm.
need. We want to identify the fitness levels of the players as early as possible, so
Mm-hmm.
because that's going to determine how you play, or if they can play the system you want to play. So those are some of the basic things you want to get into as quick as possible, so you can understand whether or not these players can manage the system or the way you want to bring out your football. So those for me are some of the two first crucial things you want to do. But as I said, it's subjective. It's based on what your philosophy is and what you as an individual want. If you look at Algrim, not Algrim, so our coach, he might
Mm-hmm.
want something different.
Right.
Coaches usually, players come in, they want them to just relax. They want to have like the first sessions or whatever meeting with the team is to be. You just want to have just relaxing and freeing that tension that you come with that comes with playing for your national team. Coaches want to be that. Yeah, coaches who is business from day one. Look, this is you know. So it's subjective to the person who is in charge. So for me, that's the route I would go definitely though, because I think that once everybody understand what is expected, what we need to do and how we need to do it, and then now we look at what we need to put in place so that we can accomplish that goal. That's how I'm a business type person, get to the nitty gritty, get to the point, because we don't have a lot of time. I mean, the international windows are not 4 or 5 months, they're a couple days, weeks, so you have to get to where you have to get to real quick. So understanding the fitness level of your players is paramount. Understanding where they are, that's definitely going to tell you how long these players can play for, and you can know who to put where. You understand? So that's me. What says you?
All right. So for me, first thing that I will do is that so I have a week. It's just like Steve McClaren. So I'm coaching Cuba now and I'm playing against Jamaica. Well, the first thing I will do is to scan the Jamaica team to see which player they're bringing in. When I scan the Jamaican team, I would then say to the coaches that these are the players that is coming in on the roster. Boom. I want to know their weaknesses. So somebody is going to give me that lowdown on the weaknesses. right, of all are most of their attacking players and then defensive players weaknesses. Then what I would do is then look at how they are playing. Look at how they are playing. So I was trying to look
You
at
know,
how Jamaica is
not
playing the
not to
last few
cut you,
games.
not to cut you in unseen, but that is something McLaren should have done long before the window opens. Because
Right,
how these players play don't literally change in a week time. So this is something he's supposed to know long before the first training, couple of training. So when these players come in, he already has a full profile and all of that. The
right,
only thing he needs to understand is so yeah, so McLaren is not here. So that is shit he won't know.
right. So I would have all of that information on the opponent because it's you're gonna train your team. You're gonna do some tactical adjustment. You keep the same system, but tactical adjustment is what is going to needed in your playing, teams, right? You don't keep the same tactics for every team. You understand? So you're going to change some tactics for some team. You keep a system, and this is one of the things that I think coaches don't understand. System is different from your tactics, right? And system and formation is the same thing, right? So people don't understand that. So make it clear so people can understand. Your tactics is what you're doing your system, your 4-3-3, whatever. When you attack with 8. Some people attack with 4. Some people attack with 5. Some people defend with 3. Some people defend with 2. And box you in at the half line and stuff like that. So a lot of these things people don't understand. All right. Now, so after we do that, Ted, after we get all those information, then now have
Yeah.
I would have a day session, right? Where we pencil it out. The day session is from morning or right down to 3 o'clock, so then get break. So them have warm up, individual work on some individual stuff that is up is direct to the information that I get work against their strengths or weakness. So I do that for because the 5 game I get, then I want to know the fitness level of my team. So I know the fitness level because that will help me to make changes. How would I make changes? You understand? But I have the in-game management thing, same way the performance analysis thing, where we can get in-game information to make changes as well. And I have the fitness trainer who can tell me whose stamina is going down and stuff like that as quick as possible, so that we can make change. So I would have that on point. What else now? So I saw me that structure. I think look at my strength and see how best I can exploit their weakness. So my strength maybe be defense. Because not every team can really go at Jamaica like that. You understand? Because they are fast players. So you have to set up a team in a way where you can nullify them strength. All right. So I see first, so I see first only works well when you have space. So you play a lower block, you have the ball, stuff like that. So you set up a team to play against. You understand? And when you watch the game, the first team now, you just see that Team McClaren are resort to Cephas. It's there. It's right on card. So you just shift your system now. I think the coach from St. Vincent, him just go back with the same thing and think it would work. McClaren change. You get me? Some look on it.
I fully understand what you're saying. It's just that, and I'm in agreement with what you're doing. It's just that me personally, would have done certain things long.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Those why these things are done a long time. Ted?
And I think when McClaren come here, he's playing catch up.
Yeah,
And I look, I believe if you're a head coach, yes, you're gonna have a system.
Come to me like McClaren have a different
certain
job.
Things. Yeah, there's certain things that only you are
You
going
think
to
so?
see.
Eh?
Right now, I think McClaren is just.
Hold on. Tennessee, big up for the super chat. Tennessee, $9.99, almost $10 people. Hey, man, I tell you, big up Tennessee. One love, powerful all the time. Anybody else who want to drop a super sticker and a super chat, appreciate it. You understand me? This does help the channel to go further and further. Remember, this money we just take it and use it and promote and get the channel bigger and better and buy equipment. Understand? 876 Jamrock Boss Thomas, a year time now. Take it out of your pocket, dropping the money on the table. Take it away.
Saying that technically, when I look at it, I just feel like every time McClaren come here, there's so much to do and there's so little time. He's like always playing catch up. That's just how I feel with McClaren, I don't see him as a person who is way ahead of the game. Seems like he is fully planned and ready to go. He's always playing catch up because, as I said, I see him make certain decisions that me could have tell you said wasn't going to work. They get me I come from. And a perfect example, you know, Sule. It just wasn't going to work. There are certain other players, and even when we talk about it, we drop the calls and like there are certain things where we could have seen, and we are not there. It's not our job to see, and we could have seen. Remember, you know, we just look into it here and there, and his job is to see it, and him can't see it. So that's what I'm
But
saying. I
can't be
see
deep
like
on the
he's
two
too
them
much on
a
display.
part. Cause me that do the same thing too. I think
No,
I
me
would do the
wouldn't. But
same thing with
anyway,
Suleiman.
so
So, me nah-
that's you. I wouldn't.
because his
I would have never
performance,
done.
his
But
body
anyway.
of work coming up
Because
is
I
good
tell you
enough.
what gonna happen. No, I think that is what I'm saying. I think that a coach who do something like that is trying to save his. But you see me, you're throwing the guy out in the fire and say, hey, we'll see what gonna happen. Games like these, you're putting the persons who have been there, and then you give him his 30 minutes, and then that's how you bring him into the game, get him up to speed. Because how we play locally and how these international person play is different. The size of the pitch is different. The quality of the pitch is different. The atmosphere is different. You get me where I come from. So, and even if I was going to start him, I would not start him away. But his first game would have been home and turf that he's used to. So there are certain things that I said McClaren should think about. And I think that
Answer
he's
the question
always
with the on
playing
the
better.
screen. Answer the question with the on the screen.
Unseen. It says, what is the training level of the top 5 teams in the JPL? Is anything close to the national team? I don't know. Some teams in the Premier League do have very good training programs, but training program is not just about going out there and training. It's off the pitch. What the persons are the individuals them do with themselves off the pitch, because you can set up one of the most professional up to standard training session with an athlete. Then the athlete goes home, and what the athlete does in their downtime, they don't get enough rest. They smoke, they drink, they party, and then come get probably 2 3 hours of sleep and come out training the next day. It doesn't matter what you do, an athlete like that body won't benefit the way it should. So it's, I don't 100% think it's all up to what the clubs are doing, but also the players.
I'm going to say this. National team, Jamaica national team, come like a carnival. Pick up some man, do some training session. We don't have nothing right, brother. You know, so the team I play. Can't get the individual brilliances we are depend on, Bridging. No
Yeah,
fluidity.
the team, especially in the
No, me
middle
don't
of the
know
park,
who
as
you
I said,
ask. Mount Pleasant that train better than national team. Moby a train
eh,
better than national team.
I can tell you
And
the
God not train better than national team right
that's
now.
what I'm telling you. I see a lot
It's
of
just
training
that the
sessions,
players
and
are
I
the
can tell.
players that comes in are top class players and they make it thing look different. They make it thing look on a level. You understand? But not really no quality now go on. Now go on. Players I go party them,
Look,
them I go look for them family and so on.
look,
No
look.
business. You understand?
I still believe Jamaica biggest problem is the tactical approach. I think that is where we are falling short. We're not able to perform tactically consistently. Jamaica will play a good 10 15 minutes and you say, okay, I see this. And then for the next 80 minutes I wonder what the hell is that? And that is where a coach gets the buck. That is where a coach comes in. A coach main responsibility is that tactical work. It's ensuring that the team clicks. And how I see I think McLaren setup is what I consider to be the easy approach. Get your best players them in a 1v1 position and hope for the best. That's the easy approach. That's the
There,
easy approach.
there's no aspect of the attacking third when you see combination play and you're looking like, wow, this team is well drilled, or the relationship is there and put the right players in the right area so they have the combination player, something like that. You know what I mean?
Got you.
Unseen, I
Got you.
disagree with the statement. The national team is not no corner league. Brother, corner league charge it. You know, say the
I would
man carrying them are agree. Them are agreeing, 15 games, no goal, no assist in them club. And start the man, brother. I can't league football lad, you just go pick up the man and play him. We are gonna tell me say.
Alright, but look, I wouldn't push it that far for the corner league thing, and I do understand your reasoning behind them arguing not getting a
Yeah.
start.
This man asks a
But
question and I answer it. Right? This
but
man asks a question. 876 asks a question and I explain it to him. And say, a country get them players 5 days. We do some drills with them. Right? And you want me to compare it, I'm tell you say Jamaica football, Jamaica. Because we don't have a system where the youth them are come from under 20 are come up and them understand certain things. You understand? If we have a system like that now, then there'll be a different thing because the same thing would have come from under same thing come right up. Them are agree. All right, as an example, no numbers in them club commission. Him come in the team and him start. Name one club name one country in the world, like say France, we do them thing there. Name one of the top club them in the country, we do them that top country, we do them thing there. This champion in all that, you have to drop weight. Allow me to tell Ted.
Yeah, ball of be the fair play. And at the end
You
of
have
the
to
day, as I
drop weight.
said, I do understand them are great in the
And we in
team.
Jamaica alone
You know,
have the
but
mentality of just playing players because of name. We Jamaicans, and we're not going to take it out. Because even Ted going to say it and I say, we do understand and try to come with a diplomatic answer.
I
Because
don't
it's
really diplomatic,
embedded
but
in them.
I'll give you my take. I do
It's
understand
embedded
why
in
he
them.
should be in the team. But when you look at these counterparts, how much goal Dixon have? Dixon have not played nor scored a goal for the senior team as
Yeah,
yet.
but
When you
Dixon
look
need
for,
to get a chance.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying. I do understand why he's
You
still in the
don't know
team.
unless you give the person an opportunity.
No, don't get me wrong, you know.
So
I
there's no
believe that
but in
Dixon
it.
deserve more. No, there is a but. Let me ask you a
No.
question. If Demari Gray catches his form and is firing on all four cylinders, and Dixon catches form and is firing on all four cylinders, and you have to pick one, who would you pick?
I will pick them are Gray.
That's the point. That's the reason behind what the coach is doing. What
Yeah,
he's doing.
but
That's
nothing
why I'm
like that
saying I
is happening right
understand
now.
why.
Nothing's
I
like that is happening
understand why
right
he
now.
has to be in the team.
Yes, nothing is wrong with them are Gray in the team. I'm not saying drop the player. I am not saying don't play the player. I
But
am
I
saying
think something to get
if
more time
there
as well.
if the youngster, that's one of the things we like with Al Grimson. Al Grimson, once him see a youngster that it looks promising and look like that, he will come out and he might put him out there, no matter what. Make him go shame himself. He might put him out there, and if he shame himself, he might carry him back again, and he might give him back an opportunity again.
Look, I don't. As I said, I believe that they should share the time
Yeah,
a little bit more. I don't think Demari Gray has 80 minutes in his legs. I think the best he can give you is about 50 minutes of football maximum. And
yeah.
that's where I think he should come off. And that's just my view. I don't think 80 minutes is in his legs. And it doesn't take a pro with the biggest license in the world to tell you that, because you can see the dip. Because, he does not do a lot defensively. So if he was doing what he's supposed to do and you're playing against a stronger team, you'll start pull up long time. So I think
Bro,
they should share that
English
position.
coach,
And I just,
I'm gonna tell you. English coach think different from French coach, think different from Spanish coach, think different from the Caribbean coaches.
English coach don't think. What you talking about?
All right. Now, Boss Thomas.
They play to the
Boss Thomas.
book.
Boss Thomas. A French coach work off a performance. How you're
As
performing.
he should.
Hold on. Alvaranga.
No, I'm going to
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I have to send you a link, man. I'm not the call and you now can respond to your caller. The person on the
No,
stream.
man. Me say something, man.
All right, go ahead.
No, but what me say, they marry great. No, start. I like algorithm. But even when they marry great and playing club, algorithm still started every time.
No, put it in a context. Put it in a context. What did I say? What did I say exactly? Don't just come say it so. Come never
Great
say.
best farm was under Algrim, so anyway.
No, man, him playing club, but him not have the numbers that should make him start. Because of that, you using all of it.
Eh? We tell you again, they marry great. In court, we can see what they do.
Jesus Christ. For a long time, something that.
No, and a long time, I last match when they play before this month.
What?
So if I'm mad, I want to play USA.
How long that? How long that?
No, but
how much game since him play for him club before he come there?
All right. So that this was their first match to play.
Let me ask that question: how much game him play before he come for him club? How much game him play?
No, but Auntie, if you look funny, and you look for the thing, logically, them are agree at Jamaica most consistent scorer. He scored 2 goals in the last match. So you're not gonna start him in any game.
Yeah, but how much game him play? I mean, you look on him club somewhere. You say we must use, right? He's nowhere to found. He's lost.
No, but listen, but all right, but you still have to start Dixon. Remember, Dixon.
No, I never say start Dixon. I'm saying Dixon. I never say start Dixon. You know. Me I said Dixon. Forget an opportunity to play. Not 10 and 8 minutes and 3 minutes, bro.
You say that. But who you have to start with them, Margaret?
No, if me gonna start him. No, if me gonna play, no, in another match. No, listen to me. What? We will see first. See first have to start on my team, brother. What I'm telling you, I'm the only man who come on the field since lately who make defend and run up and down and afraid. The rest of man in make no sense, Bridging. No, him to start. Him to start.
All right, you the coach. And you were at it. When I tell me tell Andre Blake, I just have to take people to my team. Andre Blake, me tell you that. Andre Blake. Andre Blake, the goalkeeper. I just have to take people to my team.
Brother, all right.
When I tell me, see Isaac is over than a tab to two people. Me feel the Stephen. We have this time, but me feel the Stephen. It's more of an impact player.
So what about Bailey? What about Bailey? When Bailey not on the field, them free to talk to him. Them can't go to Bailey go tell him to come off the field. It's so life go, but I see first them one.
No. But here we're going to Anti. See if it's a good play. I mean, I tell you, nobody think me not tell you see if it's a good play. But see if to me is not a starting play.
Virgin, see if it's a starting player for your club.
Well,
see if us have numbers. See if us perform better right now than the Margaret for the country. Right now at the moment, see if us create more opportunity than the Margaret for the country. We are telling you.
Well, I know if people did a square river, we will not play for Jamaica. Nobody run the way me. Jamaica would have scored more goals.
Bro, the man a create, brother. The man a create, and that is important. Bridging, the man that a year mindset. If me as a coach, Steve has to start for me.
All right.
Steve has to start for me. If them Margaret perform well, the two of them are go on the pitch.
Well, how much of it me say Steve not gonna be a consistent starting player in the Jamaica team?
No, because the coach are Englishman. I saw English coach operate.
No, Englishman, brother. Man is a more. Man do more when he comes.
Bridging, let me tell you something. You see, if a partner on this team, the whole of them man they say I play like great after a ball, after I play a ball. That me I tell you. And see if I should start.
And see, nobody don't make a comment and say. Me say Steve is not a good player. Me like Steve is a good player. But me think he's more of an impact player.
So everybody will play upon the field is an impact player. If you go upon the field, you have to put in a shift. The man is a starter, brother. Don't stop them stop the boy, the man is not a starter. The man is a starter. The man can play, the man fit on the Margaret, he fitter than Leon Bailey. What you talking about?
But later, man,
the man play against USA. The game where my body score upon himself, and him play so brilliant. The first game when time we never have nobody agree to throw him out there.
All right. So all you talk about that the USA game then. I mean the Margaret score too.
No, because you are talking about it. That's why I talk about it. Because you talk about it, so I go back to it.
I say we finalize World Cup that door.
If me a coach a team, me have to find a way if we play all of them if they play well. But then no, all right. So me start. So me start the Margaret. The Margaret have to come off of the field at least 60 minutes of the game and have to put on the young youth. When me have to look at you come at Jamaica 5 minutes playing and I give 5 minutes. A joke thing, brother.
Me not a problem with that, but big up yourself, man.
Yeah, big up for the super chat, yeah?
All right, man.
Respect.
I'm ready to finish, Bridget.
Yeah, man. Remember if you do a thing for me, you know?
All right. No, I'm not forgetting that. Maybe I would deal with that. Man.
All right, that's all right. Ted.
Yeah, my boss. Boss.
Go win a war zone a while ago.
I saw you come on. I just a voice of opinion, but as I say, me have my views. As I said, I would definitely see at the end of the day, you want to qualify. Their main objective is to be at the World Cup, and they are trying to say they want their best players on the pitch, right? I understand where the coach come from, but I would definitely give Dixon a lot more playing time than 10 minutes. As I said, me personally, that's why I don't know what the fitness trainers are seeing or what, but you can't get a player fit in a week just like that, because it's a rest and recovery. And fitting is not necessarily how long you can run, but the rate at which your body recovers so you can run again. So
Ted, me cut out. But you see the reason with them, man, bro. Yo, them You don't know, brother. For them think they're on a different level than their mind. Think about it.
All
Think
right.
about me.
Okay, we think about the football from a coaching perspective, not a fan perspective, you know. So we
For
look
them
at
football they're
the,
on a different level. You understand? You really can't really have a conversation and them stick to what them know. Them stick to them evil.
we look on football based on the variables that we know constantly impact football. So we look on it different. As I said, for me, 55 minutes, addicts Demari maximum, and then I would definitely let go Dixon out there. You see me? Yes, I would like to see him in his best form, but youthful endurance, you can't predict that. You see me? You can't predict that. Not only that, Dixon is Dixon. I get a lot of playing time under the under 21. He's the first name on the team sheet down there, so he's getting time on an 18 belt. Versus Demari Gray, who is not getting a lot of 90 minutes on an 18 belt. So
And Dixon scored some wonder goal.
so farm is at
And
the
him
end
a
of the
rub
day.
shoulder with some of the best youngsters them who will get opportunity in the 18 for them clubs like Chelsea and them Monday.
So he's playing he's playing. So that is why I say 10-15 minutes is not good enough. I think he should be playing more time. Um, but hey, I try to I've been saying it and I stop saying it. I don't think McClaren is the man for the job. Maybe the first to say this. I don't know if nobody else out there agree with me, but he's not.
I
And
think
until he
McClaren have two jobs. More work
until
with
he
Jamaica
proves
and him a
until
do
he
for England.
proves me wrong, McClaren is not the man for the job. It's not the
So
man for the job.
the other job not really out there. So you can't
You
know,
know.
but do something for somebody, brother. Because we don't know why you can't do Jamaica more. Because this is it, Um, um, King, Impress, Warner Brown Impress, Shaquan Davis is there, right? Him love angling, right? Because him always pick angling. Him just start
I
pick
don't
slow.
think. Well, not to cut in, I don't think Shaquan Davis is better than the other keeper.
No, that is madness. No, we can't believe
Yeah,
that.
no,
No,
I don't.
because the Trinidad game show me say Jamal wait a drop off a far,
No, sir.
right?
That goal where that guy scored from way out. Oh, come on. Not even
We score
blatant
that
thing
guy
at all.
square from way out and who?
Which one you talk about?
I'm saying Shaquan Davis. The last time they played in Trinidad game, Jamal Wait was doing rubbish, and
No, I never. You mean locally?
no man, the two Trinidad game and what them use with the
Yeah, yeah. I
local
never,
group.
I never, I never, I never, I never, I
Yeah,
never get to see the
Jamal
game.
Wait that
Yeah,
the rubbish in the game, be rubbish. I kick with the ball like
yeah,
all
but
them
me
coaching,
think, as I say, you say Shaquan, but I still think the weight is better. But we'll move on to what you asked about coach.
right? So the coach tell the other coach take him off of the field and put on Shaquan loud.
Mm-hmm.
So in my opinion, Shaquan a better pass on the ball than both all three of them. None of them can pass the ball like Shaquan. You can't tell that. None of them cannot pass the ball like Shaquan Davis. And Shaquan
Yeah.
Davis more brave on them in terms of coming off him line and clearing the ball. I tell you, Jamal Wait is there because I'm saying he trusting. And sooner or later, Shaquan Davis are gonna just pull through if him keep him momentum and even leave Jamaica. I think he needs to leave now. As I was saying though, Richard King. What do you think about Richard King game?
Was good. It was a good game. I still think
You what the coach said about Richard King?
I'm not hear what I'm saying, but I still think he could do a little bit more as it relates to playing through the line and not banging them over the top. But
The
hey,
boss said Richard King had a monstrous game. Even when he pick up the ball and drive in the midfield. But this is the thing now, I blame McClaren. Him should know them thing a long time. But him just know this.
I tell us,
Ted, him
man,
just
the
know
leader,
this. You
brother.
never watch Jamaica when King did younger and play and a Parla when Parla gained the lives of a drive through the middle of the park. I make the pass them. Eh? The man don't know what is going on with him players, them brother. The man clueless when he come on to him players them and them attributes. They might play ketchup with you and a pepper. Ketchup him and play him not play pepper.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I said to you, I don't. The thing about him, I don't like. It's like every time him come here, it's like we just a start. Every time him come here, we just a start. So
We have started. It's like when him come here, that's when we start to prepare for the game. What about
yeah, every
before?
time him come here, we just a start. We just a start. We just a start.
And
We
the
just a
question
start.
is to him now and the
It's
coaching staff now, what are they going to do with the local players that they see that is impressing? what are they going to do? Because it's not going to be easy for them to just leave Jamaica and go into a club and them can't leave now. And we have games coming. What are some of the recommendations sent to these clubs and coaches to work on these players so them can improve to fit the system, if you know what he's playing? You understand that way the system we want to play. You get what I say?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Because Warner Brown still want improvement in the Warner Brown and still want a lot of work in them touch poor, you know? We have praised Warner Brown and praised him yesterday, scoring him the well. But he touch poor. Warner Brown touch poor. Even the ball with him, boom off him, you know.
The one him score, no man, I defend that a clean man.
No man, it boom off first touch, boom off, go to the good side, the bad side of the defender where him have to go turn him body. And when him tackle Warner Brown reach because he's so quick and fast, him have the attribute of reach the ball before and him still get a tackle and he move the ball.
I've watched him a lot.
But his touch is poor. Look at
I've
it.
watched him a lot in the Premier League and he touched never that bad. So I don't know where that poor.
No, look.
It's a hidden. Here's Reed. Reggae Boy starting to pick up the tempo. Slide tackle by Charles. And the shot in the back of the...
I wouldn't say that is poor. I wouldn't say that is poor because he was trying to use his tie to push the ball away from the defender. So it's not necessarily poor.
Yeah, but he
was
did
a smooth
based on his
the way
body
you want.
positioning. That's not the place that he wanted to push the ball.
Yes, man, he was trying to go. Then if he wasn't
Remember,
trying to push if he
yeah.
was not trying to push the ball away from the defender, Warner Brown idiot.
No, I'm not saying that he wasn't trying to, but that's not the hero where he want to need the ball. Lick him and go that way there and he run with it.
Yeah, but the intention behind it was pure, so that's the whole point. I'm saying that. You know, I've watched him play a lot of games for Arnett, and his touch has been good. So
in the Jamaica game, in the JPL, I watch more JPL than you can tell that. In the JPL, live too. You see on the run, when the ball come over to him on the run, he make bad touches. I see in the two games that we play against Trinidad, be a bad touch when the ball come over to him. And over dribble the ball.
I don't think his touch is as bad as you have put it.
No, man. No. But something touch never did good. I will give him a play him all the while.
Put it this way, I think his touch is better than for Lukaku.
Him touch better than Lukaku. But something touch never did good neither. Corberg touch never good than at all. Corberg get one for game.
Exactly.
But
so
I'm saying
this
player touch is better, you know. But him have work for do. Same way.
But I know Steve McClaren job that my boss.
Then I for job. Him have him on the side.
That is where we differ.
No. Once you coach a team, you have a player and you say a default, then you work at it. Find a way for work.
I cannot have a team for 2 weeks. My job is to work for your first touch.
I never see you must do it in your training session. That's why you come down and say to me, say, why is it that Steve McClaren only working when he come to Jamaica?
No. Listen what happened.
No. That's why we lose games, you know. No, approach you think is wrong.
A grown ass man, them. I think I pick them. I pick them.
I pick them.
I get paid.
When it come on to football, them I pick them.
Listen to me, man. This is what you do, and this is what I recommend.
One thing your father always say, you know. One thing your father always say was always, everywhere we go, we see it happen and it play out. I mean, if you want to say it on the media.
It doesn't apply for grown, man.
Yes, man, it applies, brother.
It does
3/4 of these players in the JPL, some of them can't control and pass the ball.
Not the point. That's not the point.
The argument.
That is not. Listen, after the game, McClaren will come to a striker and say, hey, your first touch and, you know, that ball getting out from underneath your feet needs work. You get me? I come from a good player. A player who wants to improve, a player who wants a career in football, will go back to the training ground where he trains day in, day out, every day with his club and work on those elements. You cannot expect McClaren to come here in 2 weeks and have man not training at our work on first touch. Are you mad?
That is where me and you differ now. Because I did not say McClaren should carry the player and teach him to. I say McClaren should create, right? And let other persons do that job. That's what I'm saying. It's simple as that. and he can do that to improve the player.
I
Not
disagree.
only,
That is
and
not McClaren.
let's not subject it only to control and pass.
This is not
Let
under.
us,
This is not. You're not. A grown ass man you're talking about in the boss.
Bridget.
This is not high school
That's how
football.
the players them now got improve. Cause let me ask you a question.
That is not McClaren. Let me ask you something.
Don't see so
The
many.
guy, hold on. Me have one question. Argentina won the World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
The coach that they hired, did you think him improve one of them players technically?
Of course.
None of them like.
Of course, him improve them technically. Of course, him improve them technically. Of course, him improve them technically. You not have to be the people. You know what people. People don't understand. You know. You see, once you're a coach, you're there to develop, and once you take up the job, you are there to improve the player, whether tactically, technically, physically. You are there to help to improve the player. Football, help to improve the player. Football. You may not do it. All right, take this out on the brain, people. You cannot do everything in 5 days, right? You cannot do everything in 5 days. So we take that out of our brain. But your program, your words, things that you write down in the groups and send to them and say, work on this, you are still helping them to improve. It's not to, it's always on the training pitch. You might go on. It's not always on the training pitch. You're coaching even when you're not on the training pitch. Once I take up my phone and I say, all right, Leon Bailey, I see one issue with you. You need to work on this. I am helping you to improve. Ted, he must subject the thing to the 5-day training, and I'm not subjecting to 5. I am saying coach can send the information to the club.
So that me say to you, say after the game, you will look for the player and say, hey, this is what you need to work on. You can't go over and micromanage an entry.
But I still coaching you, though. I still coaching you.
No, that's not how it works.
That
can't work
at that level. You, brother, but it can't work at that level. I still coaching you.
Pick up your phone and call any coach a national team. It cannot work at that level. You can't have a player for a couple of days.
Still coaching. Jamaica is a different bag game. So yeah, you can go Curacao, right? You can go Curacao now and do the same thing like what you are saying now. Don't talk to nobody. Don't send nothing to no player. Just pick some player.
That's not how it works, sir. Curacao national team remains in the country 365 days of the year.
Right? But you have to improve them. You have to send the information over to the coach and to improve them.
Hey, bullshit.
Backhand league football, you have to play everything. Backhand league football, you want to play.
Yeah, it's okay. A bullshit that my boss. I disagree with you 100%.
I understand with the Can league mentality, I understand, but it's okay.
Any way you want to put it, that's a bullshit. You cannot get a player for professional players who plays day in, day out with their club. You're getting them for 2 weeks. Max, the longest time you get them is the FIFA World Cup, which is probably around a month or so. And you go work on their technical ability and there's some tactical work to be done. You can smoke weed, man. Madness. Absolute madness. And I don't think no coach would agree on that. You make recommendations after the season has ended. Like, me have him for 2 weeks, me realize his first touch is poor. Me say, hey, Warner Brown, I think that this is something you should work on. You get me I come from? That is what you do. You don't left from England, come here, come find Warner Brown and say, all right, my assistant, I need to take Warner Brown and go work on shooting. Are you mad? These are professional players, sir. They're not kids. They are not kids. So that level of hold your hand and walk to the water can't work, my boss. Grown ass man.
Continue, Ted, continue.
Nah, go work, my boss. Nah, go work. You 100% not agree with that. Can't agree with that one. Yeah, can't agree with that one. So this is a row 15. And then this the short term. I guess I want. Which receipt did it say I want again? Oh, I think the Volkswagen over here. Four.
All right. So I'm back now.
Yeah.
You see the place now.
I agree with you, my boss.
So I'm back now. I'm back now. So this is how me look on it. Jamaica is way behind in terms of knowledge and understanding of the game in all different areas, even technical areas. We don't even have enough coaches in the club sections.
We need more
Well,
tactical work
well,
than
on,
technical work.
well, on, well, on, we don't have all the coaches to work on certain areas. So what I am saying to bridge the gap, and we are selecting local based players, right? We need to find a way how we can improve the players. Correct? Now, Warner Brown is one of those players that shows that he can play at the level, but me still see him need some brushing up. Right? So I'm saying that the head coach will set up a program that will help Warner Brown to improve, because most of these players in Jamaica, them not gonna do it. Them not gonna do it if you don't tell them. They're not gonna do it. Right? Them have talent, but you have to try to mold them. Even them club coaches can't get it be done. And some
No,
of the
if you
time
have
the
to,
club coaches
if you have to,
they
if
know
you have to
how.
force a big grain,
The club coaches them don't have the know-how. You're not forcing, you're just guiding. You are subjecting to forcing. I'm not subject. You're guiding them. They want to achieve, they want to play. Right? They want to play. Right? There's no hostile situation about it or hostility around it. You understand what I mean? They want to play. You can set up something for them. I am not saying that the coach supposed to carry Warner Brown and train in 5 days when they come to Jamaica and teach him off. And you are put that scenario in for win argument. I am saying that the coach needs to get involved with some of them. The coach needs to get involved with some of these players' development in their clubs. Bro, when them play leave high school, they're nowhere near big football level, nowhere near in the JPL, them not reach nowhere near top. Them some of them can't pass and control the ball properly. Some of them look good. All right, them have different areas where them good at. I'm gonna tell you, different. Because even that Lionel, we have one player in the midfield. Him very good in terms of moving to the ball and tackle and everything. But when the ball comes to him touch them, problem. Sometimes he make good touches, you wonder. Sometimes he just make poor touches. And man going with the ball going to score point. Right? We have to try to help him, right? We have to try to help him. And most of the time we select a player from the national team, them have some defaults, and we just allow the player to play with the defaults. We don't try to improve the player. So I'm saying that the coach can help. The head coach can write a program and send to the club coach and say, yo, these are some of the things we want to work on a player. If not, and if him don't want to do it, he's not going to make the national team. What is wrong with that? Oh, am I a madman for that? Tell me no. Oh, Taylor Semi is a madman for that now. And if I saw Taylor look for football and he want pursue coaching, he might can't league football, he might run, I must go pick some man. Just to pick some man's sake. And they might just come back with the same football ability where they have no improvement. No improvement. I'm going to beat him all day. I'm going to improve my players them at the national level. And improving players at national level don't mean I'm going to take him for 5 days and put him on the field, right? And give him control and pass. When he come back to me, I'm a seat. Say him improve there and him get better there. It's so easy for me now to be tactical, to teach him tactics. And if you get to me and say, people, Jamaica football is way behind. 10 years behind the big clubs them are the big teams them. Jamaica talent is way behind 10. We may find a 1 and 2 like say King and Shakwan right now, who is at the level, average level, right? Not big like, you understand, but average level, and they can reach to the big level. Because we feel like the King can go play for any big club in the world right now. Right? And improve, in my opinion. Me feel like that can happen. Right? Anyway, me not a problem if I fool just me attack. That is how me look at it. That is how I will improve my players, even at the national level. That is how I look at it, because we don't have a system. We don't have an under-20 system in Jamaica. That is the problem, I don't know. Because I believe that the players them are top players in the JPL. They are not. They need improvement. My coach of the JPL, I can tell you 3/4 of them ball want to big up, them have defaults, them have issues, them can't pass, them can't control. What you going to tell me, sir? Some of them, most of them too, we are going to call big baller. But mad this matter. They need improvement. They need to work And some of the coach them, they don't know improve a player. But madness me attack. It is the job of the coach to improve the player. It is the job to find a way to get the player to be better when he come to the national team. What you gonna do? Go look ball every day. Go look over England for a ball and run Jackie England every time. Find a way to make the pot keep bubbling. Every time you have to run go so, and when a problem to get baller, mother this one to sign this one. We not have a proper structure, bossy. You have to put in some things in it, brother. Else every time when you come to one country or go to one country or matter of fact, this bigger than even the coach neither. The national football. Then we go continue and look coach will save we. Not the system saving us. The system supposed to save us, brother. The system or the structure of the football, not the coach. If a coach to come save you, brother, they're behind the 8 ball. Look for a France system. A coach just go in, and just put him philosophy together. Everything, most of the job is done for him already. He can go boom boom and pick and pick quality, right? And work and pick based on performance. You understand me? Pick based on performance and current performance and get him team to play good football. But it's not development. It is development, brother. Anyway, you coach a team. The difference is that you don't do certain things, but certain things can be done through your writing skills or program writing skills. So me see Warner Brown now crazy speed and I say, boy, Warner Brown have this, but he need to work on this. How we can get him to get better? All right, I write a program, send to him for either him work or for him own. I'm sending to him coach if the coach have a good relationship and make him work on it. So isn't that development same? Isn't that me helping the player for him develop? I'm mad this me attack. He's a madman. He look like he's a madman to more than Bellevue. If me mad and unrighted, the world upside down, Bridget. I swear. They should be in the national team. Players get called up to the national team according to how they play in their club. Bureau goaling. This is it. Whenever a coach come national team and they select a JPL players, they select a JPL player, most of them are not up to par. Right? Most of them are not up to par. They have defaults and serious defaults. Right? The players overseas comes with a better, let's say, understanding and tactical understanding and more technical than the ones are in Jamaica. Not all the time, but most of the time. Right? So me talk it now. Most of the time. Now, there are players in Jamaica that have quality and that they need to brush up. That they still can make the national team, but they still need that guidance and protection from coaches who have the knowledge to do so. 3/4 of them coaching in Jamaica cannot do it. They cannot improve the players, bro. They cannot. They don't have the know-how to improve the players. 3/4 of them, they don't know. I can name the coach and we improve players in the JBL. Speed, Xavier Gilbert, Tapper Whitmore and Ferguson, Zapata with the damn Mobile, right? Did that improve players? You get me? I say, who else? Who else that improve players? Portmore improve players. Portmore. The other is a clubs them not improve nobody. Bossy. Xavier Gilbert improve. Warner Brown last season when I score no goal. Get all heap of chances and miss a kick with the ball. The man I work him, I refine him. So big up Xavier Gilbert. Right? But the truth is the truth. The truth is the truth, brother. And we can't beat the coach and them just don't know how to improve the player. Them philosophy is that once you come at the Premier League level, you are good enough. You may not supposed to teach you to pass and control, right? But them still use the same player we can't pass and control because him have some other quality we get better than other players when they play a match. But when that player score, hello?
I'm saying
Yes.
drastic.
Drago and Drastic, big up yourself.
So nothing is wrong, you know, but you point out to the wrong person.
Huh?
Is it Mr. What's the job of Mr. Downswell? Why Mr. Downswell don't set up a system? Like a syllabus, like, you know, a formula. Why Mr. Downswell? Nobody attacked Mr. Downswell. Nobody attack. Nobody highlight him. He just hide under the radar. We don't know what Mr. Downswell is doing. We don't know what he's implementing. You're right. They have a lot of deficiencies in our football, but Mr. Downswell is the technical director. He's the one supposed to implement all of these things.
All right, let me say something to you. Let me say something because I feel like people don't understand what is the word developing a player means. Right? You don't directly have to be the man who get the player to be developed, but your program that you set or your training drills or stuff that you send to that player that he practice helps him to improve. Isn't that you developing the player same way? Justic?
He can make suggestions based on his weakness.
So is it that you say you make a suggestion and say work on this and these are some of the drills that I want you to do? Isn't you developing that player help him to improve? Yes or no?
Yes, of course.
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to dare. I am not saying that Steve McClaren should come to Jamaica and take Warner Brown alone and put him at some places.
Why not as coach at Honey Garden? Why not Mr. Downswell?
Yeah, but the coach of Honey Garden is doing a good job. Because remember, Warner Brown did not score a lot of goal last season, and this season he looked way different and improved. But there are still some things that Warner Brown needs to fix.
I mean, any coach can. I mean, if as I said, nothing wrong with even if a coach can make a program for him and he can follow.
Correct. So isn't that development same way? Isn't that the head coach doing a part of his job is to develop same way? Because we look at development as come to the national training session and me have to teach every pass and casual. That is not development only. That is not.
I said, Rene Simo is on right program. I make suggestions to players in the past.
And that made the players them improve, don't it?
Yeah. I mean, here, idea, yes.
So people in the comment section say he's a madman.
But no, you can't argue to win all of the arguments. You're not argue to win. Sometimes you have to make arguments to disagree or to agree. But at the end of the day, you were saying that we are short on deficiency, but it's nobody want to direct it at Mr. Downswell. Mr. Downswell is the one that should implement all of these things that, I don't know, nobody wants to touch his car and everybody, I don't know.
Bro, people just don't understand what the word development means, you know. They think development means is just, you know, carrying the player to the football field, teaching him this and going to the drills and so on, bro. Writing a program, your program. If me write a program for, say, Arnett Garden, and Arnett Garden have 10 players in the under 17 national team, right? I am a part of their development, you know, even though I'm not there to apply the drills, you know. You know that, right, Justy?
You know, we acknowledge that already, you know. We acknowledge that, yeah, it's helping, of course. We acknowledge that already.
Correct. But it's not a one-man show. Everybody need to come on board because what you know, we are going to use, we have to use JPL.
Yeah, but
it's
you're
a must.
Still going down that road. You're still going that road, and I'm telling you, why don't you propose as your honey that we have deficiency? Why don't you go at Mr. Downswell also?
We can't go at Mr. Downswell. You know why we can't go at Mr. Downswell? Yes, because Mr. Downswell don't know how to. Because if he know how to, he would have done it already. So it's going to be a waste of time for me continue to talk about Mr. Downswell. Because he don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think he has given, he was given that job description as well.
So our football is in dark water, I said that.
Right, because a coach, the system is set up in a way that a coach have to save Jamaica, not the structure.
So the melanated man don't have a brain.
So if Steve McClaren don't get the team to the World Cup, he will get fired and then we're gonna make a square one again. There's no structure to help any coach. The coach, coach have to come. Him are the lifesaver. Him are the God. Him are the life machine. You know so what I go on.
Okay. Okay, the Stockholm syndrome. Okay, all right. I understand. Yeah, okay.
That's why I say it's a corner league mentality.
Eat a food then.
Corner league mentality.
Okay, no, we understand what you're saying. It's a eat a food, sorry. It's a eat a food. All right, me understand what you're saying.
You get to me, I say now? Right, because you get up every day and you cuss down as well. You say anything a change?
No, we're not. No, we're nobody not cussing. We have to highlight him, no? So we are really finding anybody that put Mr. Downton in the spotlight. Really,
so what is his role and responsibility? He's what? TD?
He's a technical director, yes.
All right. And you have a technical committee, right?
Committee.
So yes. Why you have a technical director with a technical committee?
It's two different functions. Mr. Dow was supposed to be here to make program and write programs and across football in Jamaica.
But all of those programs is coming from the technical chairman, the technical committee group.
No, the committee was supposed to be the national team. The technical committee was supposed to be the
it's supposed to be, but it is responsible for everything. But at them higher coaches from all the angles and all of the sporting director roles.
For the national program.
So all of the national program.
Yeah. The technical director is for all schoolboy, age group, everything across Jamaica.
No man, I'm not this yata. Technical director for the country, national program. And then now, him now I go put people in place now and say, all right, you're responsible clubs.
You have two technical directors, and basically, why you will suggest you have two technical directors that not make one then?
I am saying there are conflict in terms of roles and function in the national program. Because me not understand about technical director and then about technical committee. And technical committee is doing what the technical director should be doing.
Okay, all right. Now looking at the chat and after the chat, what's the understand of technical director if it's not the whole grassroots program across Jamaica? And I think that's what I made to understand. A technical director is.
So we have issues with players' development because that we don't have a system in place. And the coaches from overseas.
So who's gonna get that in place? Who's gonna get that in place?
So watch me now. So the coach will come to Jamaica and come and hold on, man. Just listen when I say no Justic. Just listen when I Justic. Just listen. Justic. Just listen when I say no. Justic, you listen me? You not listen. No man, listen now, man. Don't move. Because you say no. If you're not at all, listen. Right? And if you finish what I say. I am saying to you, when a coach come to Jamaica from overseas and him doing SWOT analysis, right? Him doing checkups and look at what is going on. Where's the life support? Where's the medication? Where's the stuff like that? Where's the area where do prevention and cure and sensitization, right? And all of those places are not set up properly. Before him coming up, people want him can get referral from other people and say, yo, this is the situation I'm going to work in. Just like when Steve McClaren get referral from Al Grimson and him still take up the job. You know these things before you take up a job because you now take up a job because I take up a job sake. So when you come out of Jamaica, you're going to see this is the problem. Structuring of who is responsible for this in Jamaica. Right? Right. So you're in a problem. So you have to create something now for yourself now when you're coaching national team. Where it's going to be difficult because you're going to want a certain type of players to play for your national team. And you never can get them because you never get the best player them from England or Europe who can play for other countries. It is impossible. We never get them unless they do something wrong. Them are going to play for them England and them other countries. You take that out of the mind, think so you can get the better players them. The only reason why them something they want to come to Jamaica is because even they don't want issue. And the other country don't want to take him. Him own a country where him bar don't want to take him to come to Jamaica. That's the only reason. And when we figure out them things, and when we start get delusional. It come like we gone to a different place. We not remember what going on. So the coach have to resort to who him can get, right? Plus resort to the JPL, local based players them who can come. Because there are going to be games where the better players them from overseas are playing at the highest leagues, not going to make it to the national team. So what do we do when we select those JPL players? We just select them, so we just pick them so, and they're not up to par. We have to put them in a training camp or something like that. The coach have to do it, and that is development. Even the training camp when do the local base and then play the 2 games and get training that. It is development. It is fucking development. The coach have to come on and try to do one thing with the TD and the technical man them supposed to do, Bridget. Pesa, big up yourself. Welcome to the channel.
Auntie, listen to me. You know what the role and function of the technical committee, Auntie?
The role and function of the technical committee is to create policies.
Headed by speed.
Create policies. Right. Create. What let me tell you?
All right.
Let me tell you. Create policies to improve football in Jamaica. Create leagues and stuff like that. Make sure the running of the football is up to par. Hire coaches and stuff like that, and fire coaches. Right. And make recommendation. Make recommend, and all these are recommendations sent to the JFF.
All right. The TD no have no responsibility for the senior team. You know that.
Why is that the TD hired by the JFF has no responsibility for the national program?
Yes, but the FIFA payment, the responsibility of the younger teams and the female, that's why they attached.
No, they took away that responsibility from him. So he's only responsible for the seed.
So you can't blame TD for that. The JFF do that.
But when I seen a program that for the younger youth them neither.
What do you mean program for the younger youth?
No proper selection process. No proper selection process is there.
What we have clubs them find at JFF?
Reggie, we're not seeing a proper selection process is there. We're not seeing a proper league, youth league in Jamaica. We're not seeing a proper youth league in Jamaica.
Listen to me, continue. What
do you mean? If we go find it, brother. We'll find it and do it. Yeah, find excuse for the people. If we go find it, brother. That's how football still like this. So you are gonna tell me, say, there's no money, so we're not doing it that time.
Boy football state. And remember say you one side, brother.
Yeah, no. May I speak the truth, Bridget?
You're not balance.
May I speak the truth?
Say you one side.
No, may I speak the truth?
Because some of JPL ball and we have big up stuff in 19.
Oh. A king and a king and
Makala no good. Makala no feel like it. Other players are play better than Makala.
Alright, sir. Alright. What's your opinion?
Politics. You don't see him. Let me know your opinion. Youth fan racing and play better than Makala.
Makala play number 10.
So what Makala play?
Makala play 8 or 6.
Listen, man. Makala play every week. 2 more better.
That be mad this man. Makala play defensive midfield. Almost every game in play for Montpellier this season. So I know your chat say.
Alright, the goal when get against St. Vincent. The red line score them like easy, fit more present when Papa ball.
Right. You're right with that.
Exactly. So I'm lucky. Based on age, him should get no call.
Well, you have an age issue now. That now me agree with the age. But when you come and say enough in a squad, him perform for the nice squad, brother. But opinion, you're too wicked, brother. You're too wicked.
Listen, man. These coaches, them pick a team, them we play against Trinidad. So guess what they do? They use basically the same players, them. Because they don't want to look on nobody. That's why Maggie them get called. Maggie never get called.
No, Maggie never get called.
Exactly, because.
But me say that. So where you say in a balance?
No, listen. What me say and see in terms of, you are the man them with some overseas man them fine. Nobody ever would say me, but you just make a great point. Tell them say, not everybody will play for England or play for me. And we now get the best players in.
We now get them.
But they understand that you don't want to blame the GFFC. The man them want to play for you and the man then this. And that's why I got my boss. But I believe if you run no. If you want to play for Jamaica like we see, man like Mabby and then you they come from early. And this and we're ready.
And them big keys are them youth there.
Alright. See the judge friends tell him clear say England you want to play for. You make man like them go on.
And the next youth them are running Calaboy. What's name again? The Bailey youth.
Which one?
The Bailey youth.
Calaboy. That's me done with them man. Hutchinson, me done with them man. They man if go on go play for England, man, fine. You see me I say? But here the problem I see, you know, through one perform, you know, one King perform, they're shame. Can they never want to see them in that team?
Talk to me about King. Talk to me about King perform. Talk to me.
Then King not take them alone for my business, you know. King happy not
Say it
going
again.
forward.
Say it again, Lord, make the people hear.
I said a King happy not going forward for me.
People.
And Warner Brown take up Bowser game.
People.
And low feel say they own the team.
People, you hear what I go on now?
Alright.
Peso say King a face out them and know that the center of position. So you believe say the coach trust King now?
Well, he gave me opportunity. So let us see when June come.
Somebody say Bailey coming to play for Jamaica.
Who's Bailey?
The same
I
you.
don't want them board. I boo me personally, I boo him out so they can play for Jamaica.
So we slur on them two by?
Alright. Hutchinson choose to go in under 21. Tell me now. You get the opportunity to play with Jamaica senior team. I run over going under 21 team. Can your side don't get relegated? See?
And furthermore, if you ask me, last
year Warner Brown wasn't fully fit enough.
Let me say something to you. Hold on. Let me say something to you. If you have a business place, right? And but your business place I make money. But for your business place I make money, you are take away the product from one different company and I make money, right? Because of your family own it or whatever. Now, when the family they gone, right? How you operate? When you get to me, I say, how you operate? You can't operate because the family member gone, right? So the same thing now with the national program now. Same thing now with the national program. We depend on England and other countries to develop players for we. And then we run in now and want the players there.
No, you know what the football dynamics change. So other countries are not wrong get players from England too. Great dynamics change. Like 98 we have all homegrown players. We have local players who play outside too. So the coaches should try their best to pick the best team. No care where they come from.
Yeah, no care. But what you know, but we have some time where we just had, we have a run down on a big bread. I mean, I like that bread.
No, you don't like that either. Because to me, if you want to play for Jamaica, I go say, come play. But someone not going to agree with that. They want to come back them on the free style.
That we are do better. That we are doing. Me can't manage it.
No, yeah, but fine. But here, auntie, local coaches, when they come on a national team, it should be a finished article. A local coach is the coach and players. And a job of McClaren, the coach player, if they can't control, they're supposed to finish already. So when they come in a national team, they're supposed to look to go further.
Yeah, but do you know that at international level there is no finished product?
Man saying agree, but for your national team and your local coach,
you just have players who is better than a player in certain areas, but you don't really have a finished product. Coach job is to get that player better each time, better than the opponents. Yeah, so you're still at the development anyway you take it.
I'm biased, Nancy, but I don't think we have 10 local players that you see in the national team at this time.
No, we don't have that quality yet.
Right. But
so let me ask you a question now.
So when you pick 10 over 2 legs, how much are they making game?
1, 2, 3,
4 of them.
4?
4. Because Anglin come on now, Makala, Warner Brown and King.
4.
So you don't trust your rest then. So I sense in picking them.
No man, but watch me now. He need them, you know. He needs them because he knows them are going to run up in a problem soon.
Yeah, because he have a core. He have a core as a local. So basically, the players ever get picked featuring that game would have been local core then. In case if he can't get overseas man, them heritage players then fair balance. Fine. Because we supposed to get about 6 more players come junior. You know that?
Yeah, but them the must play for winning the most important games. Them that they not understand. So everything we are talking about getting player and carrying player, it's not a guarantee to them players that go play for you all the time.
Listen up, man, Ansi.
Sure.
But Ansi, they qualified for heritage players.
Me not talk about that. You not get to me and say no in person. Young glad talk about players who are coming in Baba. Every year players come to Jamaica. I don't know I will deal with get players. Right? But when me I say to you, say you there long enough to see when important days come. 3/4 of them players that we need to play. We don't see our top players don't play and we have to resort to our JPL players. And it never work out well for you some of the time. What is it?
So my players we have picked in the committee there coming from overseas.
Not necessarily things happen. Some of them say them have this we go do or whatever we go do. Some of them decide not to come.
So why they come right?
But Peso, when you ask me why and you know so these things happen, me don't understand that part.
But Nancy, understand. Listen, you hear me also now. If you're complete with Jamaica, you must know we are not like England. So everything is going rosy. So they must know.
But Peso, whatever reason is that they don't come.
All right.
Whatever reason that they don't come, you live long enough to see a lot of players don't come play in important games that have resort to JPL players. So what you asking me like you don't know?
All right. So even if that's happening, so moving forward, if the players they don't come, then you all listen, you call them back. You use the JPL players who have to stand by.
No, you can't just not call them back because some of them reasons valid. I'm just saying that scenarios happen where we have to depend on our local base players, and the local base players them need more development.
All them things are going. So why don't we find excuse?
So that's why I say the coach don't have any excuse in have to resort to the local base player. Most of the time, he must resort to local base players. What he needs to do now to get them up to par, because they are not really up to par, you know.
Which players are not up to par?
A lot of these local players are not up to par. They still have some deficiencies that they need to work on.
No. So wait, and the coach listen to unseen when you have players, you don't work for your own Jamaican players, they wait for coach too much.
May I ask you one question? Which name? Do you know that a lot of these top players?
I'm a part of a club just like you.
Oh boy.
And when we go to train as a team manager, listen to me, man. Players before they come, they don't see no coach. They'll try to do some work on their own. They sit on the way as the coach come. Pick up after.
So me ask you a question. I got to answer a question now. Was that embedded in them when they was when they were younger from the coaches?
When we used to play football and see.
Jesus Christ. You're not answering my question. You're going upon you. Me talk about the coach them with teaching. Hey, so you're all over the place. You're now working with my point to me. I make you all over the place.
All over the place. So unseen.
Me ask you a question. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. You're one individual.
So unseen. You're a coach. So you're a player them a lineman. When you go training, they say 4 o'clock. Is the players there from 3:30?
Some 1 and 2.
But
the nucleus of these players not going to do it.
No, but we're tired. Listen, unseen.
And you know why? Me can't blame them. You know why me can't blame them? You know why me can't blame them? The coaches that were working with them when they were younger, they never set the foundation because they never have the knowledge and understanding. So it come down back to the programs now.
Unseen, most of our local players, school boy football, we have money cover and knock school. When they rate up highly. And that's how qualified coaches them coach that. So nobody come with that. Don't never tell them.
One love. Me not agree same is a madman. Me know him understand, but he must try to play hard. That's all me can say. So understand what I say, and him living it, him coaching it, and him they run the ball them and know they don't understand what is going on. Some of them, not everyone. So if him come here and behave like all his merit at the Premier League level and all his merit at the Tier 2 level, him need to go reprogram himself in a football. Because 3/4 of the players them can't pass, can't control. Them technical ability needs to improve.
Unseen, those stuff be taught from we are playing Primary League. So you're supposed to come in as a national player can't control.
All right, let me stop you now. They're not supposed to. You hear the word they say they're not supposed to. How much of them come at the Premier League and can't pass and control? Name them. But score a whole heap of goal in the Premier League.
So what the coach is a coach?
No, me ask you a question first. Answer my question. How much of them you see? You don't know. You don't know. All right, I'm going to name one. Colin Anderson can't control probably when he play for Cavaliers.
So why you the contract overseas?
That me I tell you. Lukaku overseas and him can't pass and control. Me ask if Lukaku can control.
Listen up, me notice with those people on YouTube, a perfection on no one from footballers.
No, we don't want a perfection because there is no perfection. And you want perfection. And you want perfection, now your reason. Because you are going to tell me, say, the players them for come and them, all the players them for come and can. It's not like that for Jamaica. It's not like that for Jamaica. When you pick up players from the Premier League level, him are going to come with different defaults.
You know, my time, I play Premier League. And from Premier League, we have to control and pass. But the problem with Jamaican players, they don't like to work on their own. They only want to wait for a coach when they go and trading. That's how Jamaican players are. Yeah, here.
Here, man.
That's how Jamaican players, they want to go wait for coaches. We have the same thing at my club, you know, same way.
But I own have to take responsibility, you know. I own have to set a standard.
I'm saying, yeah, because we are trying to put it, because we have to try to make the one to go in Premier League.
But me not blame Uno where they are me not blame Uno, me I blame the coaches them I work with them before.
Right.
Because they're not fault. And then the players them have ambition, yes, but it's not their fault. It was embedded into them by the previous coaches. Because if me have a system, right? If me have a system, where the blow is? If me have a system, right, that eliminates these type of behaviors from players, and then you go down the road now. You go down the road, right? You go down the road, and then you go take up the same players with the same problem and call him big baller. Our next coach. They will on the same thing, brother.
Alright, I'm saying, case in point, Warner, bro. When he was at Stets, man Nelson, and then Williams got Tivoli in the Premier League. In the potentially good, you know. But he go for a short stint in Europe, don't want them country there, Division 2, but injuries. And when we see him make a trip to Arnett, he was a different player. Come see him coming in from last season. You see what I'm saying? And improve himself and all.
Okay.
Yeah, and improve him. That's why he's the leading goal scorer in the league. So Xavier, plus he have a perfect coach on national striker Fabian Taylor. So me give Xavier credit, but you have to give Fabian Taylor credit too. Because part of the coaches he was a national player and striker. So we know he must impart some good knowledge in a Warner. Can we see some similarities in a Fabian Taylor play in a Warner Brown? Are you too young to see Fabian Taylor needs to play?
No, man, we don't say my baller, man.
Return down.
We don't say my baller, man. Jay Taylor, welcome to the show. May you put some points in. You have some issues. You have a different.
To the points that at first in a while, I watch the show from the start. When me have the brother on when the name Ted.
Yeah, Mr. Hines.
Yeah,
a big coach,
I agree with.
A big coach.
I agree with certain things where I say still unseen. I don't think this international football, a coach's job is to help you to understand the system that he's trying to implement. Obviously, as I said, he can give you tips on if you see certain weaknesses in your game, but I don't think it's the head coach's job to develop national team players. Yes.
Exactly. I see him agree.
So JT, then I go ask a question now. Is it that development means only carrying the player to the training pitch and teaching him, or is it development when I give him?
No. Aston Wenger from UK, from Arsenal, in our formula where him say, all right, from 6 to 12 fundamentals, you know compete. From 12 to 17 or 18, 19 is development. And it's from 19 there, so the player should know, be able to understand the game and start thinking about competing.
And then
when you hit 25, 26, you feel either peak. Some players are late boomers. But I don't think McClaren's job is to come in and develop 27 and 20-year-old man.
So the next question to you now, does that scenario that Lassie Wenger uses apply to Jamaica? And we are 10 years behind in terms of football.
It applies to everybody, bro. Football.
It applies to Jamaica based on our in terms of our level of coaching and those no structure.
But unseen, you know.
I just want you to answer me. So no level of structure.
Let me say this. All right, let me just put it to McClaren. How much time McClaren I tell us, brother, the man get a job, a contract.
All right.
If unseen, how much time McClaren I go tell your brother, say man get a contract to take Jamaica go. Big up yourself mindset. If go World Cup, he's not there. You know, see the man not there Jamaica. He's not there to develop people. He's just there to spot talent and see if you can work in a team system. If not, dog name your supper, or you get somebody else to develop you. I just miss it right now and see.
So my question is developing style and system, isn't that and getting the player to play to that, isn't that development?
But that's not player development. That is basically getting the players to understand what you're trying to implement as a coach. Player development for me is working on maybe the player have some flaws and some weaknesses where you like, let's say, with coach the youngster them. You are a developer. You're developing the youth them first touch. You're developing maybe the other physical attributes, off the ball runs. I think that's the level where the development take place. I believe unseen. And I also believe that once you reach a certain age in a football, you can't develop again. Some players.
It depends because development is the heading and there are all different type of things in development. So I think that is where you guys getting unseen wrong and not understand where I'm coming from. Because if I say development, I am not necessarily talking about.
You mix up development system.
No, man, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's come under one umbrella, my brother. That is the difference.
Developing players and developing system, I see.
Developing players, getting the players to understand the system then.
Yeah, but that's not the player would have already been developed, brother. Now you're just trying to get the player to understand.
Yes, and to get the player to understand the system, a JPL player, because we are coming down to the JPL level now. All right?
Yeah.
But when you understand where I come from in the boss. Understand where I come from. To get the player to work well in your system, sometimes you may see a technical default that can be addressed.
Yeah, that's natural.
Talk to me now, JT. So when you broad brush the thing now and put me in one box, now you make it look like some me talk foolishness.
But bro,
when me talk real thing.
Me I listen to the whole show, bro. Me I listen to the whole show, and what I'm getting from what you're saying is like McClaren fear leave. And that's not a problem actually in what you're saying.
Okay.
Tips.
Okay.
McClaren, and we're not sure that who knows if McClaren actually give the players tips as well. That's something that we're not sure about. You see me I said? Maybe him look on a Warner Brown and say, Warner Brown, the first touch they look shaky, brother. I know say you score, but when you go back to your club, you need to work on that. But I believe that because you can give the coach and you can give Warner Brown that same tip, but you're not really developing him. Developing a player for me is when you unseen, you're there with him, you're evaluating, maybe I take some tape and you say, all right, listen, come, we're going to sit down today. You did on the ball training this week, and you sit down this Friday. All right, watch this. You see how you run this, so you're not peel off for the defender. You see how you stop trap this. You see there, so your body position is wrong, and then you take back the player, go there again, and you start remedy where you see wrong.
All right, so that most of the development should done from primary level coming up.
So that
we are telling you that me has a long time. But in Jamaica, there's a but because I live it every day, and you're supposed to understand, and this is the reason a coach don't trust JPL players. I mean, if you talk the truth. 3/4 of them coming from the high school level, them don't go through a proper development, technical development.
Yeah, it's raw. It's
just raw talent. So I am saying, big up Xavier Gilbert and the coaching staff of at Arnett Garden to help in the development of Warner Brown. Because last season Warner Brown was lost. He was nowhere to find, but there was quality there. right? There's something, there was raw talent there, and he worked on it. But there are still some things that need to be worked on. And I am saying,
Obviously, it's still even Richard King that I think it's ready. I still have some things that I need Richard King to work on.
yes, but I am saying, Ted, I am saying, Taylor,
Yeah.
you are the coach, and I'm saying to you, since us we have some defaults in our
What
structure.
they say I need for? Okay, so then what you tell me? Yeah, you're not fit. When you finish up that, then we would start talk. We tell you, say you have to get that cleaned up. Come on, I know you're scared, man. We know we operate here already. Sorry about that, unseen. It is what I'm saying is unseen. Yeah, look at a player like Richard King. Cause one time when Mr. Richard King, Mr. Richard King at the Peru game. Richard King blow up on YouTube. We just come and say something viral. We say, yo, Richard King, I got better than Ethan Pinocchio. They don't say the place live up. I say, yo, yeah, quick and fast. And come after that, me didn't know say Richard King not ready, Me said to Mr. Rudolph Speed, Mr. Speed, Richard King is good. But watching him in the JPL, sometimes he does a close out plays where he track the play and do everything right. But
him there one level where him now get no competition.
Yeah. And that's when that's when Messi Kyle Ming for the first time. I said, who is this kid Kyle Ming? He always in and around the bar. When Richard King sometimes not clean up properly, Kyle Ming is at the rescue. You see me? At that point, at the first time, Mr. Richard King, after the Peru game, I'm watch back Cavaliers now. I saw Messi Kyle Ming. I say Kyle Ming, he look like him have a knock for sniffing out the football and nose for sniffing out the football. Decent player. You see me? I say, so even Richard King now, what I think Richard King need to work on now to finally bring his game to a complete level and see this. Also need to work on the speed, and he also needs to know when to be aggressive.
Speed of what? Speed of what? Speed of what? Because you have a lot of different speed.
No, his actual speed, his overall speed.
So everything when it comes on to speed, you need to work on.
Yes. No, but
okay.
No, I don't want you to say it like that. No, don't say it.
That's why I'm more if it gets specific. Because there are a lot of speed, different areas in speed.
That's why I stop you because I don't want you to make it look like me not no sense.
No. Because me know there's a lot of different things that they work on in terms of speed of thought, speed of movement.
No, he reads the game well.
Stuff like that.
He reads the game well. Very good on the football.
So all of these things combined make it look fast,
Yeah, but he actually needs actual speed because
so physical speed then.
Yeah, I saw times in the first leg where he got caught flat-footed and the defender just run past him.
That's when the goal scored. That's not what instance you're looking at.
No, not when the goal scored. He actually, you see, when the goal scored is the same thing. May I explain to you? Even if they score on him unseen, he need to slide tackle.
So you're saying his speed is that come down to speed attack then. I try to work it out today.
Yeah, but this so I don't call that speed attack. I call that closing out the play. I think that me talk about me say closing out the play and do everything right, track the player all the way back. But in sometimes if he just because him have a long foot, right? If him slide tackle this so only God knows what happened. He could have probably blocked the shot. And as I said,
so what about the keeper though? Inclining there.
No, bro. And listen, and I said the mistake that he make where everybody complains to them, turn him, that can fix in one training session. Because what he was doing there was he's anticipating the player cutting onto his right foot. But what he should have done and seen was keep his body open to where him can either stay back goal side, or if the player go inside him body open enough.
So my question is, Taylor, when do we give the opponent credit?
No, but no, I've seen the opponent was good, but I'm just talking about a young player who I think is the future of our centre back that I want to get better. I don't care about St. Vincent. I just want.
No, not about another occasion because we are explaining what happened, and we know that there are some issues when there were some bad decision in terms of what him do. But to be fair to King and to fair to the scenario, is that the ball was lost in the middle of the park where King dropped in a position where he could have received if Sula McCullough turned to pass. Because he anticipated if Sula McCullough turned, he can lay it to him. He would not be
unseen. I think, bro, some things we can just accept for what it is. We saw the mistake Sula McCullough made it. I'm talking about how Richard King can become.
So at this we are going to know, Taylor.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's how we are going to know.
Discussion. Yeah, I don't want to have the discussion about the other thing because we can't fix that.
Right. So we are going to him now. So me I say,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So me I say the ball come now to the attacker, Richard King, out of position. The player is very good. That player is very good. He's a good attacking player, right? In that game. Not saying overall, because maybe if him have top player, him that really have a big club. But in that game he was good. He was on his game. And the player saw that King was out of position, went inside a little, and then chopped outside.
Richard King made some really bad mistakes down the right-hand side in the first half of that game.
All right.
What I did saw Richard King do was, I remember when him and Ethan Pinnock had set an offside trap.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was been a long time that Jamaica really set a offside trap so high up the pitch. And it was good timing with him and Ethan Pinnock.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually Damian would have depend on him speed and just trap back. And I saw that Richard King got run past a few times because he was flat-footed. He wasn't anticipating the player. So he got caught. And you know that getting caught flat-footed, if a man faster than you, is like seconds and him gone before you. So you kind of have to keep the wheels.
When you say run past, you have to be careful because run past.
You have to go watch the match, brother. I don't want to get to it.
Maybe because when you say run past, is not run past to me.
Yeah, but
I mean, if you're different.
Me and you, there's no solution with me you can come to with that.
Me view different.
Yeah, bro, because I don't know if you're just being technical or just that.
No, it's not technical. It's just the right thing and come on to the coaching terms. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm not a coach, bro. I just watch football and me play the game. And we call that in football as a player. My coach would say, JT, don't get caught flat-footed there when a player is running.
I understand that part. But the run pass, the run pass part of a bit more clearer.
Yeah, but he got caught flat-footed while they run past him. That's what I'm saying. They run past him because if he wasn't flat-footed and the wheels were turning.
So basically, a ball play over in the middle third and the ball and the youth run past.
This was not over in no middle third. This was down the right-hand side. Him and Dexter Lambekisa down there. The players coming at him full speed, and the player changed direction, but he was flat-footed, so he wasn't able to match the defender's speed.
Okay.
And the defender the striker, and then the winger end up in the box with the ball. That's why that guy, they were getting traction down that side.
So is it now his physical speed or his speed attack then?
Bro,
bro,
I don't want to see anything wrong with his speed at all. I thought it was the second game. It was his.
Because if he might get flat-footed, it means that the information I got to him brain is wrong.
No, I believe that it was just his outer sync with his other centre back and the wing backs.
Okay.
That's what
so it's more of a chemistry thing then.
Yeah, so that's why he played a perfect game the next game, and McClaren made the adjustment by actually making him and Ethan Pinnock play wider apart.
Okay.
So you see me I say?
Sure, me get that one then. But you're a coach, man. JT, you're a coach, man.
No,
continue.
It's just play the game unseen. I play the game, man. You know that too. But I don't know everything unseen. I can tell you what I see on the game. What I'm saying, you know, as a coach, with Richard King, you see when he trap back the goalie, you as a coach will tell him to get low and keep your body open while tracking back. So you have the ability to change direction.
Which one now? The one who scored upon him, right?
Yeah. What he did was he anticipated unseen and turned himself. Usually it's that the player supposed to turn you. So that's why I'm telling you, his speed of thought is not a problem. Actually, overthink. He actually think too fast in that. While he already caught up to the player, stay goal side and give the player a tighter angle where the player have to now beat Andre Blake at the near post.
For me, I think him give the player too much respect. Him should just go after the player. If him beat him, I just so.
Yeah. And he actually
The delay was too late because you're already in the box. Him should attack the player. That's just for me.
You see that one turn the way him turn himself and see
right.
That
so it come down to decision making then. Him should have say, yo, me no respect you, me come out, you have to go beat with a skill in the brother.
All right. And you saw this is why I feel like Richard King can go far.
Mm-hmm.
He made some adjustments where in the second game where he didn't allow himself to be caught flat-footed the second game.
Or give up too much spaces to attackers. He not give up a lot of space to him.
Yeah, and he did something where I haven't seen any Jamaican centre-back outside of Ethan Pinnock done for the ages. I kept saying that at Manchester City is what I see Premier League centre-back done. Richard King, when he gets the space, he dribbles the ball up in the middle of the park.
The man of that from Paul all days, brother.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, bro, it's a long time.
So I just know we are talking about it now.
But bro, me now and senior always just go back to some difficult thing, bro. Me just tell you what me seen at the game. Me now go back to Paul all we're talking about. No, brother. I'm talking about no. What I'm seeing, no. What I saw in the game the other day. The man step up in the midfield, and I like that. No, that's what I said. The next thing I need him to work on is knowing when to be aggressive and when to be calm. I think sometimes he gets a little bit too lax. Do you get what I mean?
So yeah, but you're done the same thing.
What do you mean? No, bro, Dan is talking about when he does have the ball and he casual and walk. I'm not talking about that, brother. Sometimes Richard King does get a bit lax with the ball. And sometimes you know, as a defender, you have to can switch it on and off. Sometimes. It's a balance, bro. Look at Van Dijk. When Van Dijk can get aggressive and he can keep it calm. When Kanate do the dirty work, Van Dijk becomes more calm. When Kanate gets caught out of position, Van Dijk gets more aggressive. So that's what I'm trying to say. If Ethan Pinnock gets caught out, you can't still have Richard King being casual. That's when you need him to switch on another gear and become more aggressive. But when Ethan Pinnock is there as his cover, play his natural game. You know, the football is different speed. It's turn after. It's different speed, brother. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just saying that any top coach he works with, they are going to tell him that. They are going to tell him that sometimes you have to turn the aggression on a little bit. And them things they can be solving like a few training sessions. That's why it's not a big issue for me. You see me? Because I've seen the improvement in 2 games. And I'm just so excited that somebody take Damian Lowe game. That's the most exciting thing for me that's happened to Jamaican football in the last decade. You know, I said I wanted to see Damian Lowe and Shamar Nichols warm up from the game start till it end, and it almost happened. You see me? So I don't know, you still there, Anthony?
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. I listen to your boss. With that work still, you know, so give me that try.
Yeah.
All right, so when you talk on a different player, more your opinion on Warner Brown.
Warner Brown, I cannot come out and say and take ownership for knowing a lot about Warner Brown. I have limited the 2 Trinidad games, and the last game. What I see, as I said, he remind me a lot of Darren Mattox. He remind me of that hunger that Darren Mattox had when he just got drafted to Vancouver Whitecaps. You know that it's not very soothing on the eye, but it gets the job done. And before the game, when me get on the stream and see, what did I say? We need a lower center of gravity striker like Warner Brown, because the 6'5" striker, the way how Jamaica play, because the play is disjointed, it doesn't. We can't have Shamar up there stand up and wait for the ball. What Warner Brown then bring to the team though is any defender make problems, like any defender miscontrol anything, Warner Brown them have a plug on them have a dip on him in seconds. And he brings that first touch to me shaky. first touch to me is very shaky, but that's a work in progress. You see me? That's a work in progress. And that goal that him fired at the back of the net, I swear said that the stands may look for that. So, seeing that in the back of the net, that's because all a big bad word for me stream on my friend. Like we couldn't believe when we see the net back shape. So I give him credit, and now them friendly with Jamaica player, our player, Warner Brown already prepare himself mentally for this. You see me? Because Warner Brown can actually own that starting job.
Yeah.
Because Shamar Nichols
What do you think?
steal it.
What do you think? He can hold it?
Him can own it because Shamar Nichols is not gonna get any better. Him hit a ceiling, bro. Shamar Nichols' career is over. This is it. You saw Shamar Nichols journey here to Jamaica. A one flight and him down a yard in a JPL. Yeah, so make him stay down in Mexico. They will bench him now.
Them bench him now?
Brother, I'm going for the bench in Mexico now.
You're rough, man.
So, yeah, because he hasn't improved.
How when we get rich?
Him take the money and go to Russia. Take the money and go to Russia. Them send every money and good money. Take the money and go to Russia, go turn Croft. It's like him too slow, him too big. Him come like them big ship there when Panama Canal at turn. Him just slow. Him slow down the play. Him stop Jamaica. It's just Jamaica is a quick twitch player now. You coach track. You know what that quick twitch is. Jamaica is a sporadic team where look now go on and just boom, something hot, one fumble, one fast man just run off with the ball and all of a sudden look at most Jamaica sport. That's how Jamaica is. It's a sporadic kind of attack. The attack is not seamless.
What do you think about
Jamaica?
What do you think about Demar Gray right now?
Demar Gray to me is one step close to the bench for me now, bro.
Yo, that's why I have to rate you in a JT. I don't cut him. I have to rate you. You know why? You're one of the man with the overseas where always I try to split justice.
Yeah, we know Unseen because we're not big friend from Bala, man. Unseen. Demar Gray have 1 foot on the bench
and you not have the big baller syndrome thing too.
No, we're not frightened for people. We don't frighten for people. Demar Gray
that's what I'm like.
Demar Gray go down and Saudi Arabia look like he's going to have some cheeseburger and sit with.
You know that 15 game, no goal, no assist.
He did, I have to be fair to him. He did pick up an injury, but I think what's affecting Demar Gray is the environment. Saudi Arabia as well is a place where you're not as free as you would be in England. Those people are very strict on, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and them places. You get arrested for any little thing. You know what I mean? So them thing that maybe all affect him mentally. The game is probably not pushing him as much as when him there Everton, when he must be on it week in, week out, or you're on the bench. It's like you have a lion and you just him used to be a hunter. And you just start chew to chicken in our cook game every time. Him stop hunt. So I think he kind of stop hunt. I not see that Demar Gray there where when we this year Everton where we just blistering pace, direct, run at you, like put fear in a defender. Demar Gray just look like he's going through the motions. Like him just show up and I just play some football car, we pick him. The problem with that is now we don't have anybody unseen to really push him. You see me I say? We don't have anybody to push him so he can go through the motions without any ramification. That's what's happening. But he has 1 foot on the bench and 1 foot on the field. But this is why I keep calling Coach McClaren a coward. Because Coach McClaren is afraid to take him and Leon Bailey off the field when they're not. When they're out of gas and they're not getting nothing.
Why is it that your favorite player can't get more minutes?
Because the coach is a coward. That's why I always explain. He doesn't have the balls to pull the plug on top players. Jude Bellingham got subbed off the other night by Tuchel. Wanted another to see something else. And he said, Jude, come. I'm the coach. I mean, them pay for coach's sides. But McClaren move like a Bailey, them pay for coach. Bailey and Gray. It's like a them get paid for coach. You see me? So and that started with Hal Grimson as well. He was afraid to bench those players. Kaim Dixon them bring something to the team where it's very hard to explain to people who don't understand football. You know, because I'm gonna cost me. Yesterday I have to go back and forth with people for about an hour. Someone I say nothing like team, and it's like a headache for me, brother, because a lot of time I realize I'm stuck in a discussion with people who don't actually play the sport.
They don't understand it.
They don't understand it. There's some players where you can't really put a finger on what they're good at, but when they're on the field, they make things happen.
That is Kaim Dixon.
I can't.
Bro,
Just can't
bro,
explain.
did you hear the crowd roar when he came on in that 90 minutes?
I told them that he's the Walter boy.
Bro,
the
man great history, you know.
Skills.
History, the man great now. 2 touches and a goal.
Yeah, and bro, when the man come on the field, so the man celebrate when Warner Brown get the penalty like I am getting, man. And that tells me that that's somebody who wants Jamaica to win. That's somebody who believes in the project.
The man they go run breathless.
Yeah. And next thing is, bro, man, I'm pressure him. I wish that he could even play another year of youth football in England. Because may I tell people say he's learning backwards and see. You know him play upon some bunks of field, let him hide, try his best and get into where he get, but he got there late. He got there at 19. So he still need 2 seasons under his belt where he gets another side of football and then he added.
Then he had what? We say what? From under 14 in the day, man. 4 years him under the new program.
Yeah, but he's still raw. He was still raw. He's still raw. Because I think Lenny Hyde has assisted. No, and I also have a slight problem with what's gonna happen with him in England. I don't think he's gonna be a winger. For me, he's a false. He's
a number 10.
Like a Jesus, like a player where I call him like a gray area player. You don't know if there's a striker or you don't know if there are a midfielder. They're a player that they play that supporting striker role but can come back into the midfield and tackle and drive the ball and still end up in the box. He's a little bit of a false 9 or a 10 playing with the out and out striker for me. You know, he's not a talisman. He's not a talisman and he's not a winger. He is something in between both of those things. And at Charlton, they're trying to make him into an out and out winger. I don't think he has this. I saw him in a club game for Charlton and he struggled because he had to do so much tracking back. That's not Kaim Dixon's game. Tracking back with a fast winger in the Premier League to go help your wing back and then get back up the field to be a part of the attack. He don't have the stamina there. He doesn't have the juice to do that. That's why I said he needs another season under his belt. Yes, may I say. So it's gonna work.
So what you think? All right. So how can these? All right. So because there are talks on the road that we still need a number 10, right? And other persons want to see Nicoy, Fuller, and Ellis.
No. Unseen. We're not gonna see any of those guys. I got some confirmation today that I will break some news on my show tonight. Yeah, man. It's about 9 players that their passport is getting revved up right now. CMO
story every year. Continue.
No, man, but every year, you know, it's a me not really run with them story until we can get something. Okay, you know, you may talk about no.
I'm not saying that the story is not true and these players are not coming up. But we always have this influx of players and we still end up at the call for the JPL player.
No. The JPL exodus is over, brother.
That's what you said.
The JPL players that are there now, these JPL players will be the fringe players which get in the team. And I'm okay with that.
So you're okay with okay with King and Warner Brown being on the fridge?
No, King and Warner Brown are starters in the team. When Mikel Antonio come back, that's just my thought, brother. But you say that, man. When Mikel Antonio can come walk on for me.
So the door is closed now for the others like a Ellis and a Fuller.
No, they are, guess what? They're gonna get a chance in the two. Remember, there's a potential Unity Cup coming up, they're just trying to finalize it with Jamaica, Trinidad, Ghana, and Nigeria to be held in England. You see, if that happens, we know that we're gonna see some local based players like those players you bring, they're gonna get their opportunity and they're gonna have to take it with both hands, and we're potentially gonna see some players that their passport is being worked on. If it's you know what I mean? So local players are gonna get them chance. And JT is a boy. If me see a local player and him look good, you best believe that I'm calling for him. Cause that's how my thing is.
So,
but if me see that they're not ready and cannot really help Jamaica right now, I'm not gonna just say bring these youths in because they're local. That's a waste of time.
Okay.
That's a waste of time. Makala will have to remember, 4 players right now will be getting dropped. That guaranteed dropped at some point. Tyreek McGee, Makala, Joshan Anglin, and Cummins. Those play and me. Those are 5 guaranteed dropped players at some point.
All right. So who is coming in? So how much right back? Just tell me how much right back coming in.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you that I'm saying.
You don't know how much right back coming in, not the name.
No.
Or how much left back are? Because they say players are gonna drop, guaranteed drop.
No, even brother, those players are gonna drop automatically, brother.
I don't think Ming is going to drop. He's gonna be there. I don't think Christopher Ainsworth is going to be dropped.
Yeah, I think Greg Lee will get dropped. Because
I think Greg Lee will get dropped.
Yeah, know that we don't need to bring back Greg Lee. I said that yesterday. I know that Lati Bodier shows that he can be a utility player that also free up the opportunity so we can one less centre back as well. Because Jamaica did not pick this 9-10 centre back every minute for no reason. I didn't understand it. So Lati Bodier, Ainsworth, Amari Bell, we're okay there in the left back position. The right back, that's still, I don't know if the coach is looking past Tyrone Ming or Kyle Ming, so we have to see. That's a wait and see. You see me I say, and whatever the coach does there, if he keeps Ming, I'm okay with Ming. Ming was one of the players that I really like. If he keeps Ming, I'm fine with it. If he doesn't decide on keeping Ming, I live with that as well.
This is what the coach saying. The coach said the JPA players in the training session really put some energy and something and really run the overseas man and really ready in the session.
Exactly. And so he's gonna even bring those guys Ming and them into the training session, even if they're not selected, because he might want to have those players push the intensity level. And that's what I say, Ming and those guys, even if they don't get called, because I don't think Ming and those guys are good.
So do you believe that the coach is a preference or the player is better than in the left back situation, for example? Lati Bodier, let's make it clear, Lati Bodier should play not in the midfield, but he can play anywhere in the defense. For me, I have no issue with Lati Bodier going in the back line and play. Just to make that clear, right? But I still see some defaults in him when he plays left back. He has to put the ball from his right to his left and make. Yes.
The only reason why Lati Bodier, that was a trust thing, The coach, it was just a trust thing. The coach trusts Lati Bodier, and he
over Ainsworth.
And what I think he didn't want to do there is he didn't want to, because people, no matter what them want to say, I said Vincent, brother, and see it was a must-win game for us, bro.
It wasn't a must-win still, technically. But we hold him accountable for a must-win.
Yeah, and we needed the points. I don't understand. If we draw, we went through, but we needed the points. And I think he wasn't willing to bring, because remember, he was experimenting to Bobby Reid came into the 8. Isaac went back to the 6. Limari went inside. Sifa started. Brown started. I don't think he wanted to just go with another youngster in the left back position. But I think Ainsworth is for the future. I said that Ainsworth to me is even better than Amari Bell, have a better upside than Amari Bell. To me.
Where's Whisper when Whisper come back?
Oh, Whisper is actually at least 2 years from being back in Jamaica team. Whisper is actually gonna have to survive at Chelsea first. People think they just come off at them, they knee injury there, and just walk back in the football and just hit the ground running.
So
You see how
because
much years it took.
because
You
he's
see how
not.
much years it took. Through a boy there, Reese Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why Reese Nelson was. Whisper at least, bro. When World Cup squad are named before, and Whisper has to go, bro. I don't see any space for Whisper in this team anytime soon. Not this cycle. After the World Cup, he's not gonna get back into top form. Football. Whisper is gonna have to remember how to play football again. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So he's not gonna be.
And what's the facts behind that? What facts are you using for that argument?
Time. It's only time. It's not about his capabilities and shit. It's 2025. We're already halfway in the year.
So when will he be back playing though?
Remember, when he come back, right? He must go play at least a full season now, youth football again, and get back his bearings and just get up back to youth football shape. We're just talking youth football now. We're not even talking about international football. And then when he comes back to Chelsea youth football, we also want to see if he's firing again, like the whole Whisper. Because he can come back and it take a time to really get back his bearings as well. So we have to consider, that's the same thing when I say with Mikel Antonio. I think Mikel Antonio is at least 5-6 months away from football. Because he must go come back, hit the training, the intense level, start playing again, getting back his confidence, and we still don't know how he's good. So may I give Whisper, I think Whisper is out for this cycle. And it's not based on his talent, it's based on the timing of the surgery and how quickly can he come back and hit the ground running at Chelsea. He's going to have to compete. He's not just going to come back to leave the Chelsea youth team and start right away. They might go slowly working back in. That's going to take some months. Then he might be start. It'll go take him another 3 months to start fire again. So I don't see Whisper in the setup for those reasons. Not based on because he's not good enough. He's the future. But I don't see him a part of the setup now.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fairness in unseen. You know that, so we don't want to hold on ball. We just tell the people them based on time. It's just time. It's time. The same thing is time. It's time. And by the time Whisper come, God forbid you end up with a Mason Greenwood in the team and them man by them time then that's another spot gone again. You get me mean?
No, we know really said spot gone and performance me. So if you come and him not perform.
Mason Greenwood them are got in the team and if him not perform, bro.
Yeah, but that gone back to big baller syndrome again.
No. There's certain baller for me we get an exception. Mason Greenwood gets an exception, bro.
Yeah, so hold on. You contradict yourself now. So hold on.
Unseen.
So hold on, man. So hold on now.
Yeah, well, unseen. I have to go ahead, brother. I don't want to go into that difficult talk there with you. If Whisper fire him club, me rather have Mason Greenwood on the bench than have Whisper. That's just my preference of watching.
All right. So basically, this is just you telling us your preference without nobody debating, challenging you. You get it? Continue.
Yeah, because it's not debatable with Mason Greenwood and
no, with you, it's not debatable. Just mention that.
Yeah, not with me. It's not debatable with me.
All right. So we don't have no problem there. So we just want to know the people who understand that he might make him point, and I'm not contesting it because if you contest it, if him gone back at square one.
I shouldn't even be in the same. I shouldn't be even mentioning Whisper name and Mason Greenwood together. You know what I mean? So
I think that's I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's like. Because, bro,
I don't agree with you, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I would even probably drop Ademar Graham before Mason Greenwood them get dropped. You know what I mean? Mason Greenwood have to at least step on the bench. And you know this, I didn't say Mason Greenwood is a star kid. I don't believe that you just start players when they're not doing well. But
so you do something bad. Yeah, say something that is bad and you try to make it good. That mean I try to get
I'm not saying something that's bad. I said if he's not firing, I'm not saying he starts, but based on his quality, he at least makes the bench automatically, unless if he's fit and playing well at his club.
Only Jamaican, boss. Only Jamaicans thinks like this, Comrade Smith.
Yeah. Yo, unseen, I cook some.
Yeah, man. Big up, respect, man. Where I cook mackerel and rice? It's the love that, you know. Okay. I won't entertain that argument because I think Taylor was on a good patch there, and then is egoistic thinking kicked in and so on. So it's what is think he wants to happen. But I disagree. If a player not performing, no matter who you are, you could be the big ball in the world. You're going to bench, my brother. You're bench, and if you continue not performing, you're going out the squad. Simple. No care who you are, bro. It's Mason Greenwood, it's Leon Bailey, it's Demarai Gray. That's how I look at it. Hi, boss. What go on?
Where else, man?
There, man. Live, you know.
Can't believe you put Whisper and Mason in the same conversation, brother.
For Jamaica national team, yes.
No, man. Them, listen, my brother. Whisper play for... I don't know levels to football. No, Whisper play for 100.
No, I don't know no levels to football when a player's not performing.
Oh. There's no levels to football when a player not perform.
Correct. That's out of the book. That's out of the my vocabulary. So it's about performance for me.
You know, the more I listen to you can't the buyer say your football stop at airport at Jamaica.
Well, if I saw you look upon it when me I try to tell you that I look at current football and the data analysis, and I'm going into a program now. Listen what I'm saying. I am seeing football different from your nose. Correct? I am seeing football based on data, performance analysis. I'm currently going to be in a course with some people from England that teaches those things. And these are some of the things that you have to change from out of your, well, I know, you have to change from out of your intestine, out of your stomach, out of your brain. Where I'm not going to make one contaminate my brain and tell me, so we must just work on, we must just look at what the eye sees and who me like and big baller, the big baller syndrome. I will not do it.
So why about, let me ask you a question. Why a baller become a big baller?
Eh?
You're gonna make it,
a baller becomes a big player because of his performance done previously, and that stick with him, stick with a lot of fans over the and listen, that stick with a lot of fans and coaches, right? He stick with a lot of fans and coaches. But whenever that player in the professional level not performing, that professional coach put them on the bench and play somebody that sometimes them not have a big name neither.
So you would agree to me, right? That a baller become a big baller based on
his performance. Correct.
So a man where right now Mason, I can safely say Mason in the top 10 footballer in the world. Right?
Oh, you mean I agree with you? I agree 100%. Big baller.
Right.
Continue.
You think that man there? You think Whisper they being at the top 200?
The Whisper they know a close team, my boss.
Right. Why is it a conversation, my brother? You know why is that a conversation? Because the more I listen to you, because I listen to what you say with your brains, you can't help it, brother.
You know your problem? You know your problem? You don't listen to understand, listen to compete.
No.
Yes, man. So watch me now. You what the issue with you now? You what the issue now? You want me get from me? You don't understand. So Jay Taylor said something a while ago, right? But because you want come on to come compete with me, you don't understand where it come from. Jay Taylor made a statement without asking me to challenge him, right? And I said to him that he's gone back to the big baller syndrome. You know why I made that scenario there? He's saying that even if I remember this now, even if Mason Greenwood comes to Jamaica and doesn't perform, he should start. Or even come on the bench. Even if he drop out at the side. That's what Jay Taylor said. And I said that I'm not going to challenge him because he's gone back to square one. He's gone back to the big baller syndrome thing. Now, if I am a coach,
the thing what you man being do.
Listen to me now, man. Listen to me done.
You create story. Brother,
we're not creating a story, brother. The question that come from us. So comes Mason Greenwood name come across. So me I make it clear to you. So you want to come tell me say Unseen Sports come out and say with the year you go say now tomorrow.
Here you and me say Bobby Ring no good enough.
So here you know. You see me I tell you? You're a wicked man. Because in that context, it was based on his performance in the game. So you see, Uno is a mad people.
Wait, are you and me?
No man, you are mad people. Because you don't say what people say. You tell lies on people, my brother.
No, me hear me say Bobby Reed not good, and in the Pampila run up.
And why did he say it?
No, whatever he said. You agree so that he said it? Can you agree that he said it?
He said it based on a scenario that Bobby Reed weren't performing for Jamaica.
No,
So his performance for Jamaica, his performance. His performance for Jamaica wasn't up to par.
No, but him say him not good and in the field. You know me hear me say Malachi Douglas better than Latte Body. All in conversation down now. Brother, on us some real madman in a football, brother. On stop it.
You know say continue, and even people try to correct you don't listen. That's why we can't really have conversation like that. You don't listen.
No,
and you try for war with someone that make no sense. Because both of we agree, you know, that both of we agree that Mason Greenwood is a better player than Whisper or whatever may be the case. But when it come on to performance of a national team, I don't care who you are. If you're not performing, you go on the bench, and if you continue not performing. So for example, if Mason Greenwood
the argument make no sense. I'm listening to you and seeing you
no, me I try listen to you. Me want to try want to see you counter that.
All right, so the national team on average play 4 games per year, right? So you are saying to
what you say? Well, no. You're not right. Not that. Talk still.
All right, so put it at 6.
Average team play what?
Put it at 7. Right?
Average. What per game? What per game?
All right, I'm gonna put it at 10 to make it better for you.
You need to put that on. Just let them play games. Continue.
Show you why you not make no sense.
More you make sense.
Right. I'm gonna show you not make no sense. I'm gonna write.
People don't listen to him. Come here, write down everything what him say. Go on.
I'm gonna write. I'm gonna expose you.
Continue, man. Continue and stop talking.
You say if you judge a player from how he play for the national team, you will judge them wrongfully. I'm gonna tell you why. Remember, say a man play a game in a March now, right? Then the next game I go be in a June. You know why you can't use the performance of the national team and pick the player? You have to pick, or you have to use him a player in club and in weekly form. You can't say a man didn't have a good game in a March, then have good performance in club, and then you're not picking by him to play good for Jamaica. That makes sense to you?
So me got mash up now. Which part in my statement I said that I would not use the club performance to pick the player?
No, you say a player for the country.
When did I say that in my conversation? Anybody in the comment section can remind me?
Big baller, play big for them club.
I said to you, listen, I'm not talking about have sense because you're clearly saying no sense now because you're not listening. Your sense of listening is giving you an issue right now. Your sense of listening, you're not listening to understand me. Keep telling us you're not understanding. You're not. So I said to you, I said, when it come on to my country, I will pick player based on your performance. I did not say I am going to pick a player based on their country's performance. I said I'm going to pick a player based on their performance. So it's going to be both country and both club. See somebody in the comment section say, "No, make no sense, brother." But I chew him attack.
But listen, you say if a man a perform in the JPL, we were 100 in the world, right? And a man a perform in the championship, we rate 25, right? And the man in the JPL a perform in the JPL better than the man in the championship. You know, you based on how you talk, right? As long as a man kick a straight ball in the JPL, if you want in a Jamaica side. Answer me, I'll answer your question, right?
No, hold on, you make a statement, so I have to clear it. So you don't tell lie for me. No. You're not get away with saying those things. And brand me. No. You're not get away with those things. No. You're not gonna get away. Yeah. That's why I have to mute him a while ago. So I want to hear what him say a while ago. I have to mute him because he wants to say some things and get with it. He can't work on my show. Right? Cannot work. That's why I mute him a while ago, people. So if he hears me mute him before him finish off what him say. Him cannot come make a statement say based on what me I say. Because he want to try to push an agenda that I don't like overseas players, and that is wrong. I want players who is performing to come into my national team. That is the problem with them. They want to love up and kiss up and get things from people and get them dubs and get them things for posts. I don't want that. I want performance. So if you're not performing and me come talk about it and you don't like for me and say, go to hell. Because football is not no personal thing, it's a public thing. You know much people don't like me because me talk the truth and share my opinion. And when me see them, I call to them and then be like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to tell you that my opinion is that, and I believe that I'm not going to disrespect you and talk about your personal life and say you are this and you are that and disrespect you. No, that is not my. I'm talking about football. And football is a public stuff. It's a public people in the public side. And we have the opinion. If you don't like it, bite it. It is as simple as that. No, Double will make a statement and say, all right. How we make it sound is like if a JPL player kick a ball straight and a man over England kick a ball straight, make a pick the JPL player. It will come down to know who is performing for the country when they get the call up. So if me pick Warner Brown because I'm performance in the JPL and say Demarai Gray, I score one per goal, right? Right? In overseas coach, I got pick Demarai Gray because he might say the level is better or whatever be the case. But when you look at the national team now, you see that Warner Brown is that good. So I'm going to find a way to bring both players. I have to find a way to bring both players. Because Warner Brown are performing in country, for him country and performing in club. Which is fair to me. Now when it comes on to comparing a Whisper to a Greenwood in terms of football, Greenwood is way ahead, is up here and Whisper is here. Right? But if it's a case where let's put in scenario, more and understand than Dread, not scenario where if the Greenwood is not performing and Whisper is performing, why should I continue with Greenwood and Whisper is scoring 30 goals for Chelsea under 21 or scoring 10 goals for the senior team for Chelsea, right? That don't make no sense to me. It's like me going back to the original thing where because he's a big baller or that and he don't need to perform for the squad, he just need to just there because he make him already. I cannot talk like that as a coach. I allow the fans to talk like that and I would try to correct the fans. But if I see it's a dead end, like how I see it's a dead end with Jay Taylor, to try to convince him and leave him alone. It's just his opinion and I can't beat him for his opinion. When I think it's wrong though. But it's just what he thinks. Once it comes down to performance, and there is a next player there that is getting the numbers up, right? Then that's the person that I will want to play or start. And that's the player that will get the first preference to come into my team. That's just how I look at it, people. That's how I look at it. That's just how I look at it. And that's how I look at it and how it makes sense in my brain. And based on what I've learned, that's how it makes sense to me. So performance analysis is what I'm working with, current performance, and so on. Some just want people understand. And don't try and try to open your minds to listen to other people with understanding rather than listening to fight the person or just listen or just listen to create a scenario on the person. That's what Double do, you know. Create scenarios to send things out to that person is that person, to brand that person. And those things are disingenuous. It's not a good characteristics. We're not supposed to be like this. We're supposed to listen to understand. Because there's no point in time I say, all right, Jamaica, we should just select player based on their country's performance. It's club performance. And then we beat him with that now and then him come switch it up now and then him look like a big idiot. Then he Dread tell him sound like a big fool. And then him come back to when Neeks I talk about when Bobby Reid ended up playing a ball and people say Bobby Reid to go up on the bench and him come back. We just try to do what? We try to paint a picture. Total rubbish him company to show what talk about. I mean, I like people come with rubbish all the time, you know. A time now for double run an organization, umbrella organization, right, brother. He need to start with sense now and stop behave like him and look at idiot. He need to start behave like him have sense now. Double need to start behave like him have sense now. Him past the stage now we can, you know, we tolerate the foolishness, but he need to behave like him have sense now, Reggie. Double needs to start behave like him have sense. And stop behave like him a 10-year-old or 6-year-old people. When he come up on the platform, you need to listen and stop chat. Listen and stop tell lie and being disingenuous. If nobody in a coaching world can just come out and say, yo, Bobby Reid pick up on the bench. There must be a reason why Bobby Reid pick up on the bench, and it must come with a reason why. But you can't just come out and just say, the coach, yo, Mr. Meek say Bobby Reid pick up on the bench, and I'm an idiot. Most of the reason, brother. If you start reason like we have sense now and stop talk foolishness, a long time we on YouTube now. People will start looking at we think like, yeah. You understand me? I say when you come out with the opinion, make it make sense. The man run a big organization or in a big organization, brother. Behave like he's a real umbrella man, brother. Because you just have the name and you nah stop the rain from fall upon you. The rain still fall upon you, brother. Be a whole in the umbrella, brother. So I know. Bravery, big up yourself. You know I think already. Yes, sir. Whisper Dixon, Gray, Bailey, Cephas, Brown, Nicholson. Well, it's his opinion. If Gray is not performing, he needs to go on the bench. But then you have to get a player of the same standard who is better form to take his place. It's so simple as that. And that's what we're saying. Cephas is at better form than him right now. So Cephas taking place. So if we have to play a game now and we have to use 2D mid, bench them and regular start Cephas. If then we can use both of them on the field and use one defensive midfielder, then okay. But when you have a king who can drive to the midfield, you don't need a second defensive midfielder. But the money now give you the ball, brother. The money now go get the pass with the ball there. Your foot so you can venture up in some pockets of space and get the ball. You can break the lines. You know, when you have king of player, man, you're just nice. They're nice. Whenever I get the option, when them give me free roll for drive to the midfield and play the ball there. Yeah, man. By the way, people, I'm going to run now. You understand? At 1 o'clock now. 1 o'clock now, people. Big up on yourself. Thanks for coming on and sharing your opinions. You understand? Big up Double seeing me. But I just have to just make it, you know, I'm going to talk the truth, you know? That's the mistake. I'm going to talk the truth all the time. Big up J Taylor as well. You understand? Always neutral, sometimes, always. Most of the times is you know, number one is what he's saying. But sometimes he go on a tangent where it don't really make no sense to me, but it's an opinion. So big up on yourself, people. Thanks for coming on. Ted Hines, big up yourself. Big up yourself, Mr. Hines, his opinion as well. You understand? Everybody with your opinion. Big up on yourself. Until sports like a rundown. Remember, you know, one unseen, you know. When we say what ball player says, the attack line will be winger, Cephas, Dixon, or winger, Bailey, Whisper, centre forward, Brown, Nicholson, Cam, Gray, Bobby. So, but you not talk about the defensive midfielder because Bobby Reid play 8, not 6, not 10. So Cam Gray alone. But when Greenwood forward, who gets left out? He might get him opportunity to play. Give him game them to play, man. Left out somebody. But then, what do we do if him not perform Baller Pre TV? That's the good question. Baller Pre TV. When he's not performing, what do we do if he's not performing? That is what I want to hear. Do we continue with a player that is not performing? Starting that player? Yeah? Ball pre not answer. Look, I get busy. So anyway, people may go end the show you now. Big up on yourself. Unseen Sports like a run. Enough respect goes out to everybody. Some things with you, Patrick Riley. Some things with you, you understand. Alright, people. Unseen Sports gonna be out.
To hidden. Here's Reed. Reggae Boy starting to pick up the tempo. Slide tackle by Charles. And the shot in the back of the net. It's Warner Brown. And the Reggae Boys draw first blood.